Cliff's channel. And so if we go live on Cliff's channel, I'm sorry. Don't be mad at me.
Oh, don't worry. You know, if there's lag on Cliff's channel, because it's taking a long time to talk about his videos. That's all that is. He's
It's
very in
been
depth.
well, way been more in depth than I am, and I just started. Like I've been secretly talking about content for a minute, and like
Yeah,
I do a lot with other stuff than like I ramble. It's my that's my niche.
there's nothing wrong with that.
I do it a lot. So
That's
how have
good.
you been? How's your day? It's like what?
Oh yeah, brilliant.
Like
My day's full of work, full of videos, full of going to work, full of just like work, 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 to be honest. Because the amount of content I pump out, because I've got 5 channels, it's like
yes.
I can't always put stuff on every single channel every day. I try and focus primarily on the music because that's the biggest channel basically. And then I run down to the comedy one, then down to the gaming, then I if I can get them in, I can get them in. If don't, I don't. Depends what the editing's like on the videos because I like to have sometimes graphics, sometimes effects, sometimes transitions, and sometimes none. So,
No, I get that. I do editing for other people. So
mm,
when it comes to mine, at first I was really particular. Now I'm really lazy.
but that's it. You start
'Cause
off like that. That's got to be perfect. That's got to be perfect. And then it's like, oh, just get it out.
I'm pinging my Discord server. There's Papa.
Okay.
What's up, Papa? I see. If you go on the screen, if you go to this side and you see there's a thing that says chat,
Yeah.
you should be able to see the chat so you can see
What's
it in
up's
real
this?
time.
Someone wrote Papa Chouette. Papa
Papa shoot.
Chouette.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's one of my mods. He's a good friend of mine. He's a
Oh,
vet.
cool. Hey, Papa.
People trickle in. I don't expect
Oh no.
a billion. Because here's the thing. I'm one of those, and I know you know how this goes because like you have a channel that, like I think your main's like at what almost 200.
Yeah, it's 105,000.
Okay, I was gonna say I knew it was like 200 or something, but I
Yeah,
didn't check the
just before.
numbers on your other ones.
The other one's me media and gaming, which is basically media and comedy now. I need to change the name of that one. That's coming up to 30,000.
That's nice.
The Broken Biscuits, which is basically when I do streams and I record loads of shite that people give me, basically. I've got nearly 2,000 reactions on my computer that has just saved up over 3 years. And I've no time to edit them and get them up. So what I do is just bang them out as they are and just put them on the Broken Biscuits channel. That's why I call them Broken Biscuits. There's no editing apart from a cut out a pause with the YouTube editor. That's got 2,000 subscribers, but it's new. And my
Right.
gaming one's got 9,000, but that's hit and miss.
Yeah.
And my horror channel, that's for me. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't get a lot of views on that, but that's for me. That I do like Mr. Ballin and Nuke's Top 5, all those scary things and like video shorts like Alter and stuff. And it's that basically is my hobby because I love horror stuff. You know what I
See,
mean?
I don't like, okay, so I like Mr. Ballin,
Yeah.
but I hate unresolved stuff. So like when you have
Unresolved.
unresolved crime, I'm like, I'm like, I feel unsatisfied. I'm like,
I hate
okay.
it.
Like, so do we get the answer? And like, there's a lot of women who do their makeup while they do horror. Like they tell like horror stories,
Yeah. Yeah.
horror stories. And they're like, while they're doing their makeup, and the whole time I'm like, I listen to the story. I don't
Yeah.
care
Yeah.
about their makeup. It's kind of amazing. I'm like, wow, you did not look like that when you started. And then by the time they get to it, I'm like, so they never got the person?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, that was a waste of however long the video is. That was a waste of my time because now I'm mad because
There's no ending.
right, there's no conclusion. Like you left
No.
me unsatisfied and hanging, and it's not cool. I don't like
It's like they're probably doing the makeup halfway through the lipstick and they didn't solve it and she got half red lips. It's like, what are you doing? What's
I
all this for?
I couldn't imagine trying to space out my script enough that I could like do the makeup thing
Yeah.
and drag it out that far.
No.
And to me, I'd be like, I'm doing this shit once.
Yes.
Once. If
Yes. It's out the
I
edges. Yeah.
if I only get half an eyebrow, what's up, Mike Ash? Welcome in.
I've
I'm
only got
just
half eyebrows anyway. Look, mine are really small.
Are they just smaller? They just you can't
They're
see
just
them.
small. I've got I call them half brows. If you put them together, I'd have one.
Man, I have to separate mine or else I would have one.
You have a unibrow.
I'm Italian, so
Oh, right, are you? Okay,
yeah.
that's cool.
Oh yeah. Like
Like
60%.
real pizza.
My mom is like 98%.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm like 60. Thanks, Dad.
So your dad's American. Your mum's Italian.
He's a mutt. Like so he said he said he was from Wales and Germany my whole life.
Wales.
No, he said that, okay? So I'm like, "Okay." And I went and I to 23andMe before they did all the things and got in all the trouble and declared bankruptcy.
Yeah.
And I find out that I've got Belgian and all these other nothing from Germany, nothing from Wales. And I'm like, "He lied. He was a liar, liar, pants on fire." I'm like, "Thanks."
Well,
But
my
yeah,
mum's from Liverpool, so she's a Scouser, if you know what one of them is. And
absolutely no idea.
right, basically everyone they go, "All right, mates, how's it going, la?" That's how they talk all the time, all of them, right? And they come from all over the place, and they've got 100 different races in them. So I'm half Scouse, and my dad was from a place called Leewitz. He's in Manchester. So like them two teams, Liverpool and Manchester, are big rivals. If you didn't know that. And basically, I've got both DNA in me, but I lean to the Liverpool side,
Oh.
which people don't like because I've got the Manchester accent. So they call me a plastic Scouser.
I mimic the GPS lady
Okay.
when I try to pull off a British accent. And she likes to say boulevard.
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 It's proper posh.
Like, what is that? I'm like, aye.
Yeah. See, where I'm from, when I'm talking, I don't cross my T's and dot my I's. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right, not all right. You know what I mean? I'm very, very lazy.
I'm
But
like,
I'm lazy with this talking. So sometimes people can't understand me because it sounds like a blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's usually the
No, I get
Americans who
it.
can't understand me.
I get it, but you know, it's just I usually don't have a big problem with it. Sometimes I don't understand context because
Yeah.
there's just like a what's it called? The way the words are formed is
Yes.
just something that my brain hasn't wrapped around. Once I've heard it a couple times, I'm like, okay, no big deal, and I move on because I talk to people all across the world, like as you do, I'm sure. And it's
But,
like it's
yeah.
interesting to hear different, but then people get so offended when you're like, you can't identify what portion of England that they're from, and you're like,
I can tell you.
do you know what I'm saying? Like, I
Yeah.
get it. It's like the
Yeah.
Southern, everybody thinks all Americans are like, "Hey, y'all, how's it going over there? Arr, yeah, yeehaw." Like, or they're
Yeah.
like, Boston accent or something. By the way, what's up, Kelly? I see you.
Oh, yeah. Kelly
Maz,
36 the
welcome
Maz.
in.
Apparently, she's got a southern US accent, so she sounds like an hillbilly, apparently.
Well, I live in the South, so you'd think I'd have one. What's up,
But
Doc
you've
Holiday?
not got one. You don't go Alabama. You know what I mean?
Alabama. No, see, okay, so fun fact. I wasn't born here, but I got here as soon as I could. So I'm from the North Midwest, like
Right.
Ohio, and I've lived a majority of my time in Kansas City area, in the smack in the middle of the country. I've
Right.
been in West Virginia, Ohio, Georgia is when I was like really young. So that's where I get like
Right.
around
Been
down.
around a lot of places then.
I say that. And then I went to Florida in the Panhandle, which mine is basically Alabama.
Yeah.
Let's be honest here. And
Hurricane Alley.
yeah, and then I came straight over to Houston, and I don't want to leave.
So you're in Texas.
I'm in
Houston,
Texas. I'm
Texas.
I'm in
Yes.
Southwest Houston.
Right. Okay. That's a very hot place.
Yeah,
apparently.
right now, Ben Keto was talking about that today. Keto was like, he's like, I was in Dallas. He's like, y'all Texans, it's like it should not be that hot anyway.
All
like,
I
yeah.
think of Texas is like bulls, steaks, rodeos, hats, big, massive fucking hats like Boss Hogg from Dukes of Hazzard.
Mhm.
That's all I think of when I hear Texas.
Like the
Poles
10
and
guy,
stuff.
like the big ones.
Yeah, big farms and big fences and acres of like deserts and shit.
Yeah, I mean, to be completely honest, like I live in a kind of like a suburb of Houston, so I'm outside of Houston, but like my
Right?
daughter lives right inside Houston. It takes like 30 minutes to get there, but that's just because of driving.
Yeah.
Um, it's like I'm not on a, I okay, so you remember the movie Tremors?
Yes.
Okay, so
Kevin
that's not
Bacon.
me. That's not me. That's like Arizona. That's Central Texas. That's like in, the middle of nowhere.
Mm,
That's not me. So I'm like more big major city or suburb type, you know, it's a little bit more rolling. There's a little bit more space. It's not like downtownish,
yeah.
but I mean, Houston's huge, huge
Yeah.
city.
So it's not all dusty and tumbleweeds and miles of roads with telegraph poles.
Okay, so that's the thing I noticed when I came from like Kansas City and I moved down to Florida is that our lines aren't buried
Right?
because it floods so much. So
Oh, right. Okay.
not, but my mom's neighborhood, like I'm pointing like where
Yeah.
it's at.
It's
Right
that
over
way.
there. It's like a mile, it's less than a mile away if I
Yeah.
didn't have to like go through her neighborhood. Hers are buried. Mine are like sitting outside and where power flickers whenever it like a squirrel farts. Like that's it. Power blips. My fridge beeps at me and my light comes on outside. So, but there's these places and I'll never forget. I have pictures somewhere. When you're traveling, especially from like Kansas City down to Houston
Right?
and then some other areas, but that's like the most significant I could think of. So when you're traveling down, you look to the side on the road and you see this gap. Like there's trees and stuff, right? Foliage and things. It's just a random, like full
Yeah.
road sized blank that goes as far as you can see, and it's just poles.
Is that where the tornadoes go?
I wish that would be nice. That would be nice, because I was from Tornado Alley. Now I'm in
Right.
hurricane land.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, hurricanes. I'm on the Gulf. I'm an
But don't.
hour from from Galveston.
So you're in like is it like a trailer that you live in?
Technically,
Yeah.
I
No,
lived in a
no, because I've seen some of your videos
manufactured
and I've seen them in
home.
the background.
Yeah, I live in a manufactured home.
Yeah.
It's not a
And you're in
trailer.
and you're in a tornado place and you're in a manufactured home.
No, I'm not. This is hurricane.
Hurricane. It'll still blow
Tornado,
your house away.
they're built a bit stronger than that, but the thing is my
Oh, okay.
mom lives in a mile over that way, and she
Yeah.
has generators and brick walls and
Oh,
and
yeah, yeah,
extra
yeah. You need them.
bedrooms. So
You need them.
if one's coming, we're like, "Doo, doo, 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 doo," psh, over there.
See, I always see these tornado programs on the TV, and everyone's built a wooden house, and their house has been turned into planks, and then they rebuild it, knowing there's a
Yeah,
tornado probably coming in another year. It's like,
yeah.
what are you doing?
Do you ever watch there's a creator called Reed Timmer.
No, I
You
know who's
probably, I
that.
mean, I wouldn't think you would. He chases tornado, like, he gets oddly excited when he's like, "There it is, right there," and there's, like, a right by there, and they're like, "Our windshield just got destroyed," and we're like,
Not much
so
of a windshield, then, is it?
they're either chasing them,
Yeah,
and so they're doing live feed while they do it with the weather and stuff like
yeah,
that, and it's interesting because he's like a little kid. He's like,
yeah. Like,
yes, he's excited. He's super excited. It's just funny. It's funny to me.
yeah, yeah. I like storm chasing stuff. I mean, even like the stupid films like Twister. Not Twister's not so much.
With
Wasn't
the
as good film.
cows,
Yeah, the war. Yeah,
with the
yeah,
with
brilliant.
the knives. That
Yeah.
was an epic moment I'll never forget, is the moment that they're like,
I love Twister.
"What's
The
up,
first
Zach
one is
reacts?"
brilliant. Hey, Zach reacts.
Let me
You
see,
haven't talked
lived in
leader.
Pensacola for a couple years, might be my favorite beach. You know what? I like Panama City and Santa Rosa. That was the area I was in when I lived in the Panhandle, was like 40 minutes north of Panama City
Yeah.
Beach. Um, if it wasn't for bad juju and the fact that I'll never step foot in those towns again because, No, no, ain't worth it. Not until I know my ex is off the planet, so,
Yeah,
no
well,
longer breathing.
oh, shit.
But
I don't
no,
want to know about
it's bad
that.
juju, man. There's bad. Have you ever had a place that just is tied to just nasty memories? Just
Yeah,
really bad.
Manchester.
That's
They
funny.
don't
That's
like
a
us when we
soccer
go.
reference, a football
Yes.
reference. Yeah, okay. That's what I caught it. Yes.
And normally it'd say fucking Manchester. I've already said it now.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, it's got bad mojo, bad juju. I don't
Yeah,
I
all
don't
right,
go
fair enough.
there.
I've
But
got
they're
someone asking me if I
beautiful.
want to do a Glaswegian accent. Someone called Mazza. Now, I don't speak Scottish, but to speak Scottish, you've got to like add bits into the words like Glaswegian, and waddy, and please. You know what I mean? You've got to add a weird little thing into your voice. So that's my best Glaswegian.
I had to scroll back and find that. I was like, what is
Yeah,
even that?
it's Scotland,
Oh.
Glasgow in Scotland, Glaswegian. I just saw somebody saying it then. I'm not bad at accents because Kelly always gets me to do Sheffield because it's where Ollie's from and she likes not 30 Seconds to Mars, Bring the Horizon. And Ollie from Bring the Horizon, he talks like someone from Sheffield and that's not too far from me, so I can a little bit do that accent as well. But, she's laughing, look. Is it a she or a he, Maz? I'm not sure. Maz is a girl's name over here.
To be completely honest, I never assume.
I'll call them a they, them. I'm joking. I might
you
get some
know-
shit for that. Who cares? I'm unoffendable.
The thing is, like in my server, if you've noticed, my pronouns have been wait what since like
Yeah.
2021.
Yeah.
I've never changed them. That has been my name in Discord for like, I even
Yeah.
have merch t-shirts with wait
Yeah.
what on them.
Yeah.
Because
I don't care. Yeah.
I'm like, wait, what? Like, what are you
Yeah.
asking me? That's where it came from. It's just funny to me because I just don't care. Like, people are people. See, a female.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't care what someone's got between the legs or if they want to identify as a kettle. That doesn't bother me in the slightest. As long as opinions are not forced on you, I don't mind. I
No,
mean, I'll
that's how
listen
I
to it.
feel.
Yeah. I'll listen to an argument once. If I don't agree, I'll say, I don't agree. But, and I'll say, that's where the conversation's over because I don't share your views. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? And then
No,
you
I
end up
do.
saying because they keep going. But
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
I do not judge anybody. But like I say, as long as
Oh,
they're
I
not
judge
pressing on me
everyone.
with it. Oh, I don't care, me.
I'm an equal opportunity judger, though. So it's
Oh,
not
that's
like I'm
nothing wrong with that.
judging you over anyone else. I
Yeah.
judge everyone because I'm that person. I just do.
Yeah.
I don't care what anyone does. And I say this all the time. I don't care who is boinking who. I don't
No.
care. Do what
Nope.
you're gonna do. I mean, there's some of my best books that I read or have people boinking all types of things and people.
Oh,
But
you've been watching 50 Shades of Grey then, haven't you?
that's mild. Do you know how mild that is? That's nothing.
I don't read books. I don't even read sentences. I don't even read text messages.
But I'm just saying, I don't care but don't do it in public and don't do it in front of my kid.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's what matters to me. Don't tell
Absolutely.
me
Yeah.
I have to do what you're doing and I have to bring what you're doing into my daily life because guess what? It doesn't affect me.
No.
It doesn't bother me. It is not a
Oh.
problem. It is not an issue. It is not important. It is not a priority. I don't care. Like, keep whatever you're doing wherever you're doing it. I don't need to cheer for you. I don't need to
No.
give you money. I don't need to march for you. I don't need to do anything. I just need to
No.
live my life. You live yours. And it's it. It's like you're the
Yeah.
cashier up the road to a store I've never been at. Like, what do I
Yeah.
care? I don't care. Sorry, cashier person.
It's when they're talking to you and you say, well, I don't understand that. But I'm like, no. I don't sit here with a tinfoil hat on pretending to know about the aliens. I don't want to know about crop dusting with microbes and fucking nanotechnology or whatever I'll talk about. I'm like, I don't care. If you want to believe in all that sort of stuff, that's up to you. If you want to pretend you're a different gender than what you are, then you do that. You know what I mean? As long as you don't force your opinion on me, I'll talk to you about it. As long as you don't force your opinion. Same with religion. Same with people who support like different types of gods and whatever. I mean, I'm atheist. I'll put my hand up and say that because I don't believe in anything. But when they start preaching and then pushing on you, it's like, stop it, because I don't share your view. Do you know what I
Right.
mean?
No, I'm all about discussion
Yes.
without agreement. Like, I can
Yeah,
agree to disagree and keep the respect. I
definitely.
don't enter conversations. I can't think of the last time I entered a conversation with the intention of being right, which is the mistake I think
Yeah,
most people make, is that their intention to have to talking to you about something is they're
yeah,
trying to get you on their side or to agree with them. And I think that that it's not helpful. It's not a good
no,
discussion
no.
because like maybe something you say you're atheist, I'm not. But
Mm,
here's the thing, maybe something you say and the way that you see the world might make me go, huh, that's interesting. I see
yeah,
where you're coming from. I still don't agree with you, but that's
mm,
a really interesting way to put it. And it could change the way I interact, I respect or handle or deal with
yeah.
people just perspective wise, right? But doesn't mean I agree with you, but it doesn't
No,
mean that, well, now we can't be friends. Yeah. I
no,
mean,
absolutely not.
when did we all get back in elementary or, primary school? What is that
Yeah,
what you call it? Primary school?
yes, yes. I have friends who are Manchester United fans. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
That's another
how dare they?
I know it's like when they
They
were the
gotta
top, they say
smell
you've got
funny in the
shit on
when
your
they
top. You know what I mean? They say stuff like that to him, but I mean, they've still got friends. And just because we support rival teams, the banter's the banter, and then they're not going to try and force me to support that shit team. So you know what I mean? It's a similar sort of concept, but on a lighter note, if you like. You know what I
right.
mean?
Well, some people are I mean, you guys get rabid over your teams.
I've got a whole channel on TikTok. All I do is kick into Manchester and Everton, which is another team in Liverpool.
It's almost
So,
like a not a, I wouldn't want to say a hobby, but it's almost like an aspect of personality
oh
to
yeah,
like support your team and to like
yeah,
completely absolutely shit on people that don't.
yeah, yeah.
It seems like it's like a good time.
It's that the people who don't. It's just the rival teams around the area. I mean, you've got like there's like 20 teams in the Premier League, and there's only 2 or 3 who us as Liverpool fans don't like. The rest of them is like, yeah, we're all right with them. We're all right with them. Blah 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 blah. But most of the banter is about them 3 rival teams. Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean? So
Well, to be completely honest, it kind of ties in with something. I mean, something yeah, I say it all the time.
go for it.
I feel like, because you obviously have multiple channels. You obviously are
Hmm.
on social media. You have a whole ass TikTok,
My TikTok is ruthless.
But here's what I'm saying. So, like, I say it all the time. I say people are like they shouldn't. People are dumb. Like, there's a lot of dumb people in the world, and now we
Hmm.
know because we've been giving them social media. So now we get to see the stupidity. Like, and people are too concerned about things that have nothing to do with them. So something
Putting makeup on and telling a horror story.
I mean, like they're like globally. They're like, oh, in Bolivia,
Oh,
they're rationing ramen noodles, or I'm making this up. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
how is that
yeah.
your concern? And why are you
News
now like,
stories.
but they don't pay attention to their community anymore. And something I've
Hmm.
noticed about especially when people get really big on their sports teams and they really support,
Hmm.
it makes me smile because it's like a local community support. Everybody's
Absolutely.
kind of banding together. Everybody's got something in common. And it's
Yeah,
not, you know what I mean? And I prefer, and I'm talking about like for in your local area. I'm not
yeah,
necessarily, I know there's fans all over the world. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm just saying, like, even local around here, like the local high school, the local college or whatever, to support those teams
yeah.
get at least
Quite your
lets
own.
people focus on the smaller scale versus like these global issues that are nobody's business. It doesn't
Yeah,
affect you. Like, why are you so concerned? And yet you're not paying your bill, or you know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. This is why when I do music reactions, you see a lot of music reactors going for the big bands, the big ones that get all the clicks and views. And I put a lot of independent artists on mine, a lot of bands that people have never heard of, which is mine. Well, probably why mine doesn't grow as quick as somebody else's channel. But it's not. It's about discovering music. It's about
Mhm.
giving them littler people a bit more exposure. Do you know what I mean? I'm good friends with the Broken View, for instance. I've been on their podcast and I react to all their videos and stuff. You know what I mean? They're an independent band who've like been up and coming for the last few years. But I mean, like I say, you can't just keep putting the Taylor Swifts on or the Dimash or, you know, I put some of them on, but I don't put everything on like everyone else does. Like bang, 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 views, 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 growth, growth, growth. You know what I mean? You lose sight of what you're doing as a content creator when you're purely in it for the views. It's okay to have 4 views on a video because 4 people have watched it. Do you know
I
what I mean?
know.
If no people have watched it, you're like,
That's a common thing around here.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Are you
That
monetized
don't
yet?
bother me none.
Are you
I'm just
monetized yet?
thankful that no, that's what I'm this if you notice, I'm in a push for monetization right now,
Right. How
which
many
is
hours you
why
got
you're
left?
seeing I don't know. I don't remember. Honestly, like, let me look here. Hold on. Let me figure this out real quick. I think I was about halfway there. I actually hit it like 2 years ago, but I only had like 300 subscribers, 500 subscribers.
That's
I hit
no
it
good.
month over month over month for like a year and a
Mm.
half straight. And
This is
now,
why I like to help people, because when I saw that it was on 996, I banged all my channels on yours to push you over 1,000, if you remember.
yeah, I do. I appreciate that, by
I
the
went
way.
bang, bang, bang. I thought, well, you can get monetized now, so I've helped someone with that. You know what I mean? It's little small wins.
I
I like that.
literally have 2,005 watch hours out of
So you're
4,000.
halfway, literally halfway there.
I'm halfway there, living on a prayer over here, you know?
Exactly.
But see, now I'm at
Good going.
1154, and it's a lot to do with some of the videos I've been dropping, which I'm not stupid. I know that's where it's coming from. Those will come and go. I always love when people unsubscribe because I'm like, I didn't need you anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, you obviously aren't interested, and that's okay. I'd rather you not be here and be annoyed by notifications than to keep getting notifications for content that you don't give a crap about.
Yeah. I
But
don't I'm not bothered.
yeah, I do independent. Obviously, I mean, if you've seen a lot of my interview or any of my interviews from especially back in the day, I've got like Hollow Intent, it's a metal band. I've got, As the Structure Fails, who are, coming
Yeah,
up
yeah,
and
yeah.
doing good things. They're good friends of mine.
Yeah,
I've
good.
got, independent rap artists. I've had, small content creator. Well, maybe they're not small anymore, but they used to
Yeah.
be.
Well, everyone starts somewhere,
Yeah.
as you know.
But that's what I try. And if you probably don't know, I'm not saying I assume that you know this, but like, in the last day, I just put Sidem's new song because he's like, "Hey, I just put this song out." Basically, we've been friends for a while through the rap
Right,
competitions and
okay.
stuff. And I'm like, "Okay, you know what? I'm gonna do you one better. I'm gonna do a reaction to it so you have like there's something else with the name on
Yeah,
it to kind of
input.
push
Yeah,
the algorithm. Plus, I'm gonna be critical because that's what I do."
yeah.
And I did. I posted that. I got like Vin J up there. I have um Massive Man, I put his on there, like,
Cool.
not huge, huge, huge mainstream. I did an Ed Sheeran because it looked interesting.
Yeah. I
Like,
put
that's
Ed Sheeran on my
why
channel.
they blocked the shit out of it, but
What wanna do? You've got to make yourself a filter. If you're gonna
yeah,
do music
well,
reactions.
I appealed it, and, I've got the king of all appeals. I got Cliff helping me, so
All right, it's okay, yeah.
I'm I'll be okay. I know I'll be okay, so because I'm just
Self-love and positivity.
I'm like, "Cliff, help me." What's up, Austin? Welcome in, hon. No,
Yeah, I've beaten myself as well. I
I've
understand the
noticed you do
process.
so much
Oof.
independent, and you do
Keep me
so
up.
much. What is your favorite? Okay, and be on. You don't have to. If you don't have one, you don't have one. That's kind of like a wimpy answer, but okay. What's your favorite thing to react to? Like whether it be a music genre or a type, whether it's comedy or if it's what is your favorite? If you could pick one.
And it would blow me channel up.
No,
And
no, 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 it doesn't matter about the views, none of that. What do you love the absolute most?
I mean, don't get me wrong, I love everything that I do. I would
Yeah,
love to be a massive gaming creator, but it's a hard niche.
no,
Very
absolutely.
hard niche. It's freaking and the videos take hours and hours and hours to edit.
Oh my
So,
god, I know. Cliff's
yes,
like, "Clip
so
that." I'm like, "No."
I just put bits of it on or a funny moment. But I like obviously I don't know if you know that me band is Linkin Park. That's my anything new from Linkin Park, I'm straight on it. Falling in Reverse, them sort of bands, you know what I mean? Nu metal
Yeah, yeah.
is my go-to genre for everything. Yeah, yeah, I really enjoy the nu metal, whether it's an independent artist or like obviously a mainstream like Linkin Park. Linkin Park is my favorite. It
Are
just
you
is.
talking the new Linkin Park?
All of it. Anything
Mm,
that I've not seen from the old stuff as well. I
I
mean,
don't agree with you on that, but that's okay.
that's okay, yeah.
I like the old Linkin Park, and,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I'm one of those assholes that just doesn't even wanna listen to the new because
I'm
I
one of
just
those assholes.
Oh, well, there you go. See, I have nothing against a female front runner, like a
No?
female lead. I have nothing against any of that. Lincoln Park is Lincoln Park is Lincoln Park is Lincoln Park.
Yes.
It's like if you put Floor Jansen as the front singer for Rammstein to me, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't. To me, it's just not the same. So to me, original Lincoln Park, and they, that ended, and that's that, and
It's
I'm
like
not
swapping
going back.
it's like
I'm not
swapping
going.
butter. It's like swapping butter for margarine.
Yeah, not the same.
Exactly. But I mean, Emily, I know why Mike's done it. I know why he's picked Emily, because if they got another male singer, like say Sam from the Architects or someone like that, they would be forever being compared because it's another male artist, or you replace Chester. He's gone in a different direction. He's got a female vocalist as a new chapter. So he can't be really compared as much as like Sam from the Architects say. Because
Why
I
not
think he'd
just
have been a good
change the
fit.
name?
Ooh. Still Mike Shinoda, isn't it?
Yeah, but Mike Shinoda had his whole project on the side.
Is post-traumatic.
Yeah, he had all that. So like it's not like he's not capable of going under
No.
a different
But when you look at the
banner.
views, if you look at the views on post-traumatic and then look at the views as the Linkin Park, the name's there, isn't it?
Well, of course, but
Yeah, so
then you're using the name to push forward something that is not what is synonymous with the name, is how I
yeah.
feel. It's okay. They
Oh,
can
yeah?
do whatever they want with their brand and their band.
Yeah.
They can do anything they want. I just to me, I think Linkin Park, I think, I don't think a female lead.
Yeah.
Seriously. And when I hear it, I'm like, that's not Linkin Park to me.
Oh, yeah, it's not as it's an evolution of Linkin Park. I still hear the remnants of the old stuff, but with the female vocalist, it's the dynamics changed.
Mhm.
That's the way I look at it.
I get it.
It's still good music because it's still Mike making it. But
Yeah.
if he changed his band name from Linkin Park to, I mean, his very first band name, say from Zero before it was Linkin Park, then not a lot of people, unless they were hardcore fans, would know who that band is. And I think, obviously, with his popularity with Linkin Park, the name, and plus it's his band, and most of the band members are still in it, so he has got the right to push the name. But I understand what you're saying about having a name change because there's two different people in the band, and one of them is the main vocalist. I mean,
Yeah,
I think she's great at her own songs, but I think she falls short on the Chester song.
that's kind of how I feel. But it's like if you're going to put out new songs with a new sound and a new evolution, I don't know. That's just my. I mean, like I
Yeah,
said, some people are like, "No, she is Linkin Park now." Okay, cool.
there's a
Like
lot of
I'm not going to
elitist.
fight anyone on them. I don't care.
Oh,
I
no.
don't care. Like I'm just
Yeah.
saying that's just how I feel. It's the same as like they keep replacing Wish Nightwish. They keep
Oh,
replacing
yeah,
the
yeah,
main
yeah, yeah.
singer.
Different members. Yeah.
And I understand because I don't know the band well enough to be able to tell the difference.
No, I
I'm
don't
like,
know you well enough.
it's a powerful, and everybody always, when they would do it on other people's channels, they would request the live versions. Do you like reacting to live performances?
It depends who it is, because I know certain bands are not as good live as they are in the studio, but I know that some bands can replicate it. You know what I mean? And there's certain band. I mean, I do think Nightwish live are good.
I
From the
just don't want to
20,
watch it I don't want to watch it on YouTube. I hate live
yeah.
performances on
Do
YouTube.
you?
Absolutely hate them because and from everything I've learned from the people that I know that do sound and they help set up these, the
Yeah,
sets and everything for the concerts and stuff. The acoustics are specifically made for an in-person experience.
yeah,
They're made for it. And so, for example, a silly example, instead of hearing the original Neil Diamond song from, when it was hit the radio and was just like, I remember it as part of my childhood because my mom listened to it all the time.
right.
Crisp, really nice, well done. You get 85-year-old Neil Diamond tottering around on stage, and the crowd singing so loud, they're drowning out his lyrics, and I'm like, He's
Right,
like,
yeah, that's next
this
step.
isn't I get the
Yeah.
appeal because if you can't ever go to the concert, sometimes it's the only way you can do it. But there's just it's not made for that unless they do it purposely for a video and they'll record them themselves a lot.
I mean, if the band's in the prime, yeah, it's the live performances are great. But I know what you're saying because the last few concerts that Meatloaf did, I've seen some videos of him, and he couldn't even breathe. He was going off the stage and coming back in, and he was wobbling and everything. He was like 70 odd, weren't he? And it was like you can't sing. I can do anything for love, but I can't do that anymore. You can't do that. Do you know what I mean? He's gone.
Like, if I was going to request, for example, Nothing Else Matters, I'm gonna
Yeah,
do this. I
Metallica.
want the studio version, the original video, that type of thing. I don't want a live performance. Yay, they have tons and tons and tons of people in the audience. That's so neat. Look, they can pack an auditorium, a stadium, an entire
Yeah,
town. Yay. I don't care. I want the person who's listening to hear every
the
note.
quality. Yeah.
Yes, that's for me, that matters. To
I mean,
me, it
I'm with
matters
you.
more.
I'm with you on that. I do prefer listening to the studio version. And Kelly will tell you if she's still on stream that when we do live streams and she gives me links, I'm like, please give me video links more than just like a soundtrack with an album cover or a really bad audioed live performance. You know what I mean? I understand that totally, but I mean the video because you've got two things to talk about. You've got the music and what's happening in the video. Now, on a live performance, a lot of bands, there's not much to talk about on the video side unless they jump off the stage and break their hand or something. Do you know what I mean?
Oh,
Unless you're
yeah.
watching Rammstein.
And then
Rammstein's
you have them
down.
with their
Oh, you've got everything.
strap-ons, and
Riding
they're
on a
like
big, massive penis.
on everybody. Yeah. My daughter, her favorite song right now is Sauna by Rammstein. And I'm
Okay.
like,
Oh, yeah,
you
good
can't
song.
and I'm like, shake, and I let her watch the video. If you know, you know. Mutter album is my absolute favorite, but
Right?
like she knows I check every once in a while. I check her like watch history and stuff. And if she
See what she's
starts going
watching.
down the Rammstein live, she doesn't like live performances.
Watching
So
pussy.
I'm safe. I'm safe. But she's like, I want to learn German so I know what they're saying. And I'm like,
No, you don't.
no. But
Dicky Titten.
the one performance that we used to request it from everybody back in like 2021, but now I haven't seen anybody do it in a while, which is the one with the strap on where there's just white shit everywhere.
Yes.
It's like,
Yes.
yeah, holy crap. Everybody's like,
It's crazy. I mean, I only discovered Rammstein since doing the reactions. Someone just threw it at me one day. I thought, who the fuck are these? Do you know what I mean?
I
They were
had
singing in German. I
Rammstein.
was like, I don't care about the lyrics. Look what's happening.
I had Rammstein Mutter album and Linkin Park. Those two albums, I would switch them out in my car. A whole album listen.
You're talking Hybrid
Start
Theory.
to finish.
Hybrid Theory. Meteora as well. Another brilliant album.
Mm.
The first two albums, Linkin Park, were still the best.
No, absolutely. I didn't like Meteor, really. I remember it came out and I'm like, yeah, it can't compare. So I just put the other one back in and I just listened start to finish every song, every single song of both Mutter and Hybrid Theory I listened to
Banger
on
songs, all of
repeat.
them. Yeah. Oh, banger
And
songs.
and they're the best. Like, and I was okay with that. I'm that person. It's like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like I had the same ringtone, which was Avenged Sevenfold Afterlife was my ringtone
Best song
while
we
I
did.
was. And the other one that I changed it to was one of my favorites, which is Five Finger Death Punch, Walk Away.
Oh, I've not done that one. I don't know what that one is.
One of my favorite songs
Oh, is it?
of all time.
I'll put it on my list and see what
Hits
you're talking
right
about.
here because I loved the song, and then when I was trying to fix things with my it doesn't matter. It's a whole. He would send it to me. He sent it to me. He's like, if you really want to know how I feel, listen to this song. Mind you, I already loved that song. It was one of my favorite songs. But for him to, when you hear it, just remember I said direct this at someone or receive it as directed from someone, and you'll get it.
At least
you'll get why I was like, ah.
At least it didn't send you Bitch by Meredith Brooks.
Could
have been worse.
I mean, it could have. I mean, that's actually a female empowerment song,
Yeah.
We're like, I'm a bitch.
Yes. Who cares?
You know what? The
Go on.
one that I just did that has almost 8,000 views. I'm like in shock.
It happens.
I mean, it's like basically all of my other videos put together can't come close.
No.
So I have not sorry, saltiest men in the comments
Oh, okay.
because it's called Scornful Woman. It's by Oliver Anthony.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
Oliver Anthony, yeah.
yeah, so he did a song called Scornful Woman. And so you can just guess by the title that the salty men unite.
Yeah, hell has no fury like a woman scorned. Yep, go on.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna if in case you ever do it, I'm not gonna spoil it for you. But
Okay.
the men are all like banding together type, and I'm like, and it's funny because then they go in my comments and mansplain to me.
They
Like, you know that
mansplained.
crescendo was the moment that this happened. I'm like,
Of course.
oh, okay. And he's like, that's people they make music. That's how they express themselves. And I'm like, and every other artist that makes music that I know, like that's how they express their emotions and how they see the world. Like,
Yeah.
why are you telling me this? Like, well, that's how this man does it. Oh, okay. Like, I don't
There's lots of weird people on YouTube, you know.
like
There
what
is
are you
lots
saying?
of weird people.
I know. Well, I'm just starting to get the
'Cause you're doing
comments.
reactions.
Yeah, well, I need my watch hours, okay?
Oh no, yeah, yeah. Hey, you pause too much. Shut up. You gotta talk because of copyright.
They're like, let it play through before you open your mouth. And I'm like,
I hate those people. I hate those people.
So, who was it? Aggie? I don't think he's in here right now. He's in my Discord. You've probably seen him in my Discord. He was responding to stuff.
Yeah.
He goes under my comments and he goes, "Tell me you're new to reactions without telling me you're new to reactions."
Yeah. I get the posse jumping in sometimes.
What's up,
You know what
Paul?
I
Hi,
mean?
David. Welcome in, guys. We're just hanging out
Crazy.
with Lee,
Hi, everybody.
talking about all the things, all over the place, all the subjects.
We don't care.
Yeah, Papa, he's actually in here right now. For the record, I'm just gonna plug this real quick. And Papa, if you can grab the link to your own fund me, then I want you to actually I'm gonna do it because I don't think you will. Papa Shoot is one of my mods, and he's actually one of Cliff's mods and one of Truth's mods, and he's we work really, really close together. He's a veteran, and he is having he's trying to raise money to get a vehicle. A working vehicle or fix his vehicle or something just so he can get to his treatments and things of that nature. And so he has a link to if somebody wants to throw something in there, they can. It's no requirement. It's if you feel like it. And actually it has nothing to do with me personally. So if you do, you do. That's between you and him. And I stay the hell out of it. I'm just gonna post the link.
Go support.
For Papa. There he is. I see him. Okay, so there's the link. I just posted it in the chat. If you want to, there's no obligation. It's just we just try to get some eyes on it. So if somebody feels like it, then they can. It's that simple.
Help a guy out.
What's up, TD? So it's hot in here. You don't understand. I just had my air conditioner worked on today, and I feel like somehow he's made it worse.
Oh shit.
I don't know. I'm hot. People are like, "Don't you know why he wrote the song?" How the fuck would I know? Like, I asked in the video, is this real life or did he write a song about a real life situation that he's heard of or that he's experiencing?
Yeah.
And they're like, "Don't you know?" No. This is why I asked.
God, it's like, and then you get them when you're trying to interpret a song with your interpretation, and they go, "You are so far off the mark. This song is about." Well, I'm like,
yes, I see it in other people's comments, and I see it in the chats and stuff because I'm doing the moderating. I have to be so quiet. I'm like, I hate this look. They can't see me, thank God, because I'm like.
I'm bad, me. I react to some of them, and sometimes I make a little short.
Oh, like where you're reacting to comments?
I
do that on my live stream sometimes. Like when my TikToks blow up with people shit talking me, I'm like,
I had a guy say to me once last week, he went, because like I say, let's get into it or let's go on my videos. He says, stop saying let's go. You're not a 15-year-old kid. So put let's go in the comments and then left it. You know what I mean? That's the type of thing I do. If they tell me not to do it, I do it. I do it more.
I am 42 this month. Okay. I'm going to be 42 this month.
Okay.
Let's go says, I tell them, let's go. It's time to go. Let's go. Like, it's English. It's not even like a phrase like,
I
"Let's
know.
get lit, bro." Like, that's different. I get
Yeah.
that a little bit, but still, who fucking cares? But it's more like, let's go. Like, hey, mom, let's go. Like, I'm not
Yeah.
saying it to be cool. That's so weird. People
No,
are
it's
so weird.
let's get into the video.
Like, well,
Today's
you're
reaction
not
is going to
getting
be
in the video. Like,
Yeah.
you're not going into it.
Yeah. You know, I could be one of these idiots on TikTok doing the all that shit. You know what I mean?
I talk shit on that constantly.
Exactly. I could
have
be that
so
sort of
much
person. I'm not.
so many shorts where I'm like, can we go back to like actual intelligent subject matter and
Football.
real talk versus instant gratification of people doing like, I did a dance. No, you didn't. You literally like moved 2 body parts. Our
Oh,
dances took like 10 minutes, man.
I know. There's a lot. The trouble is with TikTok is one person does one dance, then everybody does it. It's a
I haven't figured that
repetitive
out.
thing.
I have never figured that out. I understand that people do it for views. I get it. They wanted the attention, and that's everything's about attention. Everything is everybody wants attention. Everybody wants
Yeah.
to feel special because we have been so diluted with content and social media
Yeah.
and instant gratification that people don't feel special anymore. So then they have to latch on to something and get their outside validation to make themselves feel special instead of looking
Mm.
internally and building up what they're controlling and what they're in charge of in their life to build their confidence from the inside out. They're
Yeah.
looking for outer sources to build their confidence because if someone
Yeah.
doesn't notice that you're confident, then are you really confident? Do you know what I mean?
The
And
trouble is
so
when they latch on, they lose focus of why they start doing it in the first place.
yeah.
And that's what the problem is because, like, I need to do this of you. I don't really believe what I'm saying now. I don't really believe that. I just want to do it because it's going to be views. And it's like what you're doing basically is putting shit posts out.
Yeah.
And it's not good.
It's
You know,
flooding. Yeah. It's diluting everything. By the way,
Yeah.
I want to say hi to Basil. I saw you pop in here. And I don't
Basil?
know if I missed anybody
Baz
else.
Keen.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't see him either. Hi, Baz.
Yeah, he's up a
Australian.
little bit further. It's like what time over there right now? What's up, Bridget? I see you.
I think he's in Singapore at the minute, so it'll be something
Oh.
like 7 in the morning.
Jeez. I have friends that are in like do you see look my brain it's just farted. Hold on.
It happens. It happens all the time.
Philippines. She's in the
Philippines, okay.
and so we're on opposite, obviously. My one really super close Australian friend that me and her were like this, she decided that it was best for her in the long run to disconnect from all social medias, including my Discord, which was the last one standing, and she finally
Hi, Baz.
moved on.
He's back.
And she was on the opposite schedule too. She was in the future too.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I have all my UK people who love it because I usually go live super early in the morning on the weekends because
That's okay.
I need to get it out of the way. I just woke up. I wake up at 3 in the morning, so like I'm good. So like I'm
Okay.
live at like 6, 7 in the morning, and everybody's from the UK.
Yeah. Well, I'm the opposite. Most of the people who come on my streams are from America, so I have to do it at 12 o'clock at night because they're home from work.
See,
Stuff like that.
I mean, at some point, every once in a while, I'm not gonna lie, I'll be completely honest. Sometimes I see people go live and I'm like, it kind of, I wish I had that many viewers when I go live. I'm not talking thousands, I'm talking
Yeah.
20, 30.
Yeah.
I'm like, I should be able to pull those numbers. That would be cool.
I
And
only get 20 myself.
well, see, and then I think about it and I'm like, number one, I'm not transactional, so you can't pay me to do anything. So a lot of people aren't going to show up to like, do you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you pay for this video, pay for that video. 20 quid for this, 30 quid for that.
Yeah. So
Or
like
if you got Brad and Lex who's charge 125 quid.
oh yeah, there's a couple of are they still
Uh,
going? Are
I,
they?
I, I believe so. That's all. It's been a
It's
long
been
time since
so
I've heard the name.
long. Yeah, me too. I was thinking about them like a month or two ago. I can't remember who I was talking.
Ridiculous amount of money that.
Oh yeah,
125
well,
quid for a reaction. Are you joking?
and I love them to pieces. Asian BJ. Theirs are very, very. Okay. Last thing I knew was like a year and a half ago. I stopped moderating for them like a year and a half,
Okay.
2 years ago. Um, and Jess took over. Jess is awesome. She's one of my mods, and she is one of their mods and editor. So they were charging based on the length, and it was going over like, and even somebody like when people fight for the dollar amount, they're getting some of them are donating like 100, 120. At one point, I think Cliff
Why?
and Karen went live. People were throwing 130, $140 to get it seen by them
That never
to
happens to
bump
me.
everybody out of the yeah, me either. To bump everyone out of the way. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, cash is king. Let's have this. I
Yeah, and
understand that.
they, and they have
100
the
quid
money
though.
and they can, so they do. And there's a piece of me that's like, damn, I could really, really
Exploits
use
it.
that. I could use that. Like I'm
Yeah.
paycheck to paycheck. This is my
Mm.
setup for my work. I'm here
Yeah.
all the time and I don't make that much money. I budget and I struggle. And like I said, I told you, I said, I'm cheap and I don't want to pay for something I'm only going to use once or twice. The
No.
second we're done here, I'm canceling this. Watch, I'm
When
not even kidding. I'm going to cancel it, like cut it out at the end of the month. And then I'm going
yeah,
to watch me do like 30
yeah,
interviews this month just to use it.
keep going. Keep going.
But
I
like,
mean,
I
I don't
understand, but I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I would be if you want to pay me $100 every time I go live, if I could make $100 every time I go live, I'd be a happy bitch.
and you won't be
But
doing your job. You'll be doing that.
yeah, well, that's the thing. Like one time, $100. Like if I could make, I'm trying to do the math. Math is not mathing for me right now. If I could do like, some people pull in like an easy $400 a stream.
Wow.
If I could do $400 a stream and I streamed what, like 3 times a week, that's $1,200 a week. That's
How
more
are they
than
doing that?
that is way more. That is like double what I make
I mean,
right now.
I do 2
Full-time
streams.
work.
I do 2 streams a week on Twitch, like systematically. Sometimes it stretches to 3 depending on timescales and stuff. And I still only pull in per month off that just less than 50 quid. And it's like, because I'm not doing on stream the whole pay for a reaction and you can do it. And I don't know how Cliff is doing reactions on YouTube and not getting booted off the stream.
He's not. He doesn't monetize his streams.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, you can't monetize your streams if you're gonna do live reactions on YouTube.
So you can do live reactions on YouTube if you don't press monetization.
There are exceptions.
I was going to say because I got booted off.
Like some of the big ones. If you're gonna do anything, like you guys, and a lot of people in the chat know, like there's ones that'll knock you off. If it's gonna get like, let's say Ed Sheeran might get you stopped because the video is being recognized.
I've seen Cliff Beats do songs that I know are blocked.
Yeah, I know.
And never been kicked off. I'm like,
well, and he didn't have any problems for the longest time, and all of a sudden they like knocked his stream off, and he's like, "What the hell?" I'm like, this happens like everybody else, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is normal. But no,
That's why I went to Twitch.
No, a lot of people are doing that, and it makes sense because you can't keep the VOD because the VOD will get nailed. So you have to make sure that you download it first. Like you can't keep a VOD on Twitch because the Twitch will still DMCA you.
Well, what I do is I record my reactions like I'm recording a reaction, do the intro, the outro, and talk about it, and I'm recording it on my Stream Deck. So I've got it as a hard copy anyway, so don't give a shit what happens online.
I do that on OBS. I prefer to record outside of a live stream because like what just happened, I did that high token one and it was fun. I had fun doing it. It was on the end of a live stream. It took me like 20 something hours for that live stream to be available to download because it crashed my stream when I tried to stop OBS from recording the hard copy. It crashed my stream and I'm like, well, that was rude. So I was waiting to download it from YouTube because that file was corrupted then, right?
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
go
yeah,
to download it from YouTube, it's at 30 frames per second. Like, it's at 30. So instead of
yeah,
being 60, it's at 30 now, and it looks like trash.
yeah,
And
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, "Well, you get what you get." That's why I do them offline, because I'm like, "Eh."
I tend to do them all offline, but obviously when I do requests online, I've got people asking me for videos there and then. So I just hit the record like I'm doing it. But then again, I've bought like really expensive graphics cards. I've got the fastest internet I can buy in the country. So, everything I've got is I worked up for it. I'm not just bought it like because I've got loads of money. I've worked up and upgraded and upgraded. If you look at some of my videos, the very first ones, I did Popular Monster in my car, my very first reaction. Sat in my
Nice.
car on a hardware store car park in my scruffs with an hat on, like a beanie hat, with a shitty laptop with a camera in it and an echoey sound. That was my first reaction, and I've worked up and worked up and worked up and worked up, and then
Yes.
you keep buying.
My next investment, if I make any more investments, is
You
my
will.
camera.
What what
I have a
what you
Logi
on?
I have a Logitech Stream Cam or something. It was like, and when I priced it back when I got it like 2.5 years ago, it was gifted to me, which is why I have it.
Yeah,
Um, Basically, it's I had a brain fart. Again, sorry, it's been a long day.
Logitech Streamcam.
It's like 130, $170 webcam.
Yeah.
And it's really good for what it does, don't get me wrong. But on the flip side, I would love to look like you do on the stream. I look real, and I know a lot of it's my lighting. I'm aware. I have one ring light in front of me.
You know
I
what
have
camera I
some.
use?
Hmm.
Logitech Streamcam.
Do you see? Why is mine so crappy? You need to help me.
I don't know why is yours so crappy?
Maybe I'm just a fuzzy person.
It's a little square one with a little light on for the thing, and it says Logi on one side.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I've got.
I hate it because of the angles are just trashy. So if I have to move it over here on my monitor, and then I move it over here, and then I move it over there, and I hate
Right,
it.
well, I bought. You see what them ones over my pictures? I bought one for here that you get a remote like that, and you can change it all different colors. I just set it to white and I put it on the top of my desk because my desk got a high shelf, and then I think that boosts the quality of the video.
No,
Because if it's
I think it is because of my lighting. Because when I have a white screen in front of me, let me see if I can find a white screen.
well, what happens when I turn it down? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I also get really red because it's hot.
Turn it back up, it gets all good quality again.
Let me see if I can do this. I'll show you. Watch.
Maybe you need to set your settings on OBS to a
I
better.
probably do. I suck at all that. But here's the thing: that light just lit me up.
Yeah, yeah.
So watch. Like if I take it down, it's like okay. But if I
But
put it
when you're on
up,
bright though, you look like you're watching TV.
yeah. But the problem is that I'm so white. I look like clear.
You need. I've got the strip light for the front, and I've got a light there and a light there, two ring lights either side. So there's no shadows unless I do that.
Yeah. See, I don't have. I only have. I've only had the one ring light. I just have never gotten another.
You
I
need more
should have.
lighting. You
I
need more
know.
lighting.
I know. I know. I do. This is my workspace too, and so I
Yeah.
have kind of. I mean, I have wall. I can hang stuff, but I have very limited. There's only so. Oh, there. I just backlit myself a little bit, but I have all these. You have to understand. I have this whole thing of like. You see them all on the ground.
Yeah, yeah,
LED lights.
yeah,
I have the runners to put those up everywhere, but I
yeah,
can't cut the runners that you put the lights inside to make them so like a soft glow.
yeah,
I don't have the tools to like cut, you know? And so they're just laying on the floor.
yeah. Can you not stick them with some sort of like double-sided tape to the corners of your out?
I don't,
Thing?
these walls, they're not drywall. If you ruin them forever.
Right. Okay.
Can't repair them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
have to be really careful. And I planned on doing that. But no, it's I can't, they're over there. I'm not going to grab it, but it's a metal like this, like a bracket almost with a cover. So you put
Right.
the light in there and the cover, and so it's kind of looks like like a ring light would if you would to take the front cover off of it and put it together, but it's metal. And so
Right.
I have to cut them to specifications in this room
Right.
because they're 3 feet long.
Ah.
And there's like a whole bunch of them, and they come in that size, and you have to cut them, and I have no way to cut them.
Got no
So they
tools.
just lay on the ground. My cat will start eating that. Look.
I see.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like, "I'm done with this shit." I couldn't get him to work. And so then my cat's every once in a while, he's like, and I'm like, "What?" And he's chewing on them, and then they won't turn off. I'm like, "Great. Awesome. Great."
When you go into your OBS studio, you should always make sure your camera's set to 60 frames a second.
Yeah.
Is it
But I'm
set
not
to
on OBS right now because I'm in Restream.
Neither am I. I'm not on OBS at the minute. I'm just my camera's just doing that because it's set up through OBS.
I think I'm just like a fuzzy person.
Or have you downloaded the G Hub?
I don't know what the hell that means. I
Right.
have the Logitech
App.
capture thing.
Yeah, what you need is Logitech G Hub. And that will set your camera up properly.
I have Logitech capture app.
That's an app for capturing
Yeah.
video. What you want to do is write it down, then you can download it after the stream.
That's what I was about to do. I was just pulling it up. I was about to Google it in the other tab.
Logitech G Hub. And you'll get your camera quality better like mine.
Okay.
If you get stuck with it, give me a message and I'll send you what my settings are.
Yeah, I like I said, a lot of it has to do with my lighting because I look red, but then if I do this, I like glow.
And you're watching TV.
Yeah, it's like, oh, and so I don't like that.
Yeah. Like the ambience.
But then I look red. Oh, and you know what? The other part of it is like in OBS, I have to turn off the auto exposure.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah,
auto
you have
white
to
light
anyway.
because it makes me go super red.
Mm.
Like it depends on like I can do this and fix it sometimes.
Yeah.
But I can't fix that unless I'm in OBS.
That's weird.
Well, because I don't have any way to fix my camera settings before
G-Hub.
it hits. Right, that's what I'm saying. That's why I promised you. I wrote it down. I have
what you should do is
Stream Elements, Patreon, and Logitech G.
When you've downloaded it, go onto YouTube and say set up Logitech StreamCam through G Hub, and it will tell you exactly how to set your camera up. Because I'm only using the same as you.
No, well, you know, I was thinking, I'm like, I need to upgrade, and now I was like, because I just figured that it was either my face or was the camera.
I bought a thingy ages ago, a Brio, a Logitech Brio in COVID to upgrade my camera. And when I put it on my thing, on my computer, I had it on and I was like, this isn't much better than what was on the laptop. It's supposed to be 4K, this, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. So I did about 3-4 weeks worth of reactions of it. And then I saw set up your Logitech. I was, oh, here we go. So I went on the video. Next thing, I've got HD and it's all bright. I'm like, fucking hell. Do you know what I mean? It's all about setting it up.
Screen. You can't see it like because I have the way I have this. I have a green screen right here. The problem is it waves in the air conditioning. So I have to weight it down, and then it goes.
I bought a pop-up one. You know what you pull up?
It's got to go here, and I sit so low that either you see the top because of this camera. Yeah. It's got two. It's either you see the top or you see the bottom, and then it waves so that I never get a clean cut. Right. And so it's just sitting over there. I'm like, whatever.
Well, buy one of them pull-up ones.
I don't want to pay. I don't want to. I already have one that costs like, it's huge, but it's got those poles, and I'm like, it's got to go like to cut these corners. Yeah. It's got to go right here. Yeah. Like literally right here. And I end up like, I can't move. And I'm like, this is just, I hate it. I hate it. I'm like, never mind.
Well, I screwed mine to the ceiling, so I'll pull it down.
That's smart. I don't know if I could.
I kept tripping over it on the floor.
I have a ceiling fan right there, though, so I can't really do that.
Oh, yeah. Well, at least it'd be cool.
No, it would be cool. It'd be like whipping me in the head.
Yeah. So what you doing moving forward with your channel, then you're going to start doing more music reactions?
I don't know. For now.
Should do. That's
You
gonna get
know,
you watch time.
yeah, that's my goal, is the watch time. I want the watch time. And here's the thing, I said it on my live stream the other day, and I said, what would I do to take care of myself and my daughter in a way that we're comfortable and not like,
Yeah, yeah,
you can't eat all the chips because you ain't getting any more till my next paycheck, like that kind of
yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah.
And I said I would do anything. So if I say that, then why aren't I walking the walk too? Right?
But that's
So
it. I mean,
if
do
that's
a
what
bit
it
of
takes to
everything.
get monetized, fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
just do it. Just, I mean, react to things. Don't just react to music. You can react to anything.
Oh, I know. So I do
Other
that.
people's like thingy. I don't know, videos about.
I do that all the time. Like, that's what my watch the internet with me is for.
Mm,
Is like videos, and I swear that I've gotten shorter since I've been here. Um, I think I've gone down. I think my chair's dying. But no, I do stuff like conspiracy theories just for fun, or like
yeah,
news articles, or short
controversial
videos.
topics.
Yes, I'm here for that because honestly, I'm just tired.
Serious.
Everybody is so PC and sugarcoats everything, and I've had it.
They're not from
I've
our
had it.
generation. That's why.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter, and I think that they're pussies, and they need to
Yes.
suck it up, grow some thick skin, and listen to people saying how it really is.
That's why Tom McDonald is offending so many people because it's all the 20-year-olds who don't know what he's talking about.
Well, they don't know what they're talking about
But
in
that's what I mean.
general.
So they don't know what the message that he's putting across is and why he's saying it. They
Yeah.
just say he's an offensive man, blah blah blah, blah. But he's got a point. You know what I mean? And it's if you're not from that era, I mean, people from our era, they buy a car. If they get a flat tire, they can change that tire.
Yeah.
They call the emergency breakdown service now. Oh, I can't possibly take the tire off. What's a jack? Do you know what I mean? They're like that. They got beards and they can't change a tire.
I mean, even I can change a tire, but I
Exactly.
prefer to hire somebody to do all my shit for me.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I
Well,
mean? I make the conscious choice to have someone do it for me. And there's stuff like I can't do, like cut those things down and stuff. Like, I need a handyman, but it ain't worth having a boyfriend. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather either hire somebody or just leave it on the floor
yeah.
than to do. I had someone who was like, I'll come over and help you. I was like, yeah, I'm good. Thanks, though.
Well,
You
I used
know,
to be a builder. I built this setup. I built this room.
travel to Houston
I can't
on your
travel
own
to
dime.
Houston.
On your own
No.
dime. And come build my stuff.
Build your shit for you. Just come in and put some lights on, then go home.
all of my see how they're all like stacked?
Yeah.
Because I have like 20 more of these shelves.
Mm,
I just don't want to go through the hassle of rearranging everything to add more shelves.
yeah. I
Because I'm
understand.
lazy. Because by the time I do like a live stream or whatever, I've been online for 8 hours
Yeah.
right here.
Yeah.
And then if I get up in the morning and I do it, and then I have people that are going live and they want me to help them, or I need to
Yeah.
edit, stuff like that. And I'm like, God, I don't want to sit here and do that.
No, 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 no.
I'm
I mean, I
whining
spend
about,
hours in there as well. I understand exactly the process.
yeah, and
More
that's the
mainly
thing,
editing.
editing. Oh my God. People,
Don't understand.
I, okay, so I have a lot of respect for really good editors, way beyond my skill level,
Thank
who
you.
can just be like,
Yeah.
like they just hit the. Like, I have my shortcuts, but they can like cut up an entire 30-minute video in like 3.5 minutes. I'm like, I don't know how you just did that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a bit quick, isn't it?
Well, I'm exaggerating a little bit,
Mm.
but like, I, it's time consuming, and then you have to make decisions on what you're going to add and the aesthetic you want to go for. And if you're doing fonts or cat shorts for me, not the ones where I'm just sitting there, but the ones that I actually put
Yeah.
together from reactions for like Cliff and stuff,
Yeah.
they don't take me 5 minutes. I have
Yeah.
to reframe. I have to find what I want, cut it up, then I have to cut it down so it's like under a minute, because that's my sweet spot, 40 seconds to a minute at
Shorts
most.
take longer than long form.
Yeah, and then I have to make sure they sync up properly, and then I have to make them look kinda cool, and then I have to do the captions, and then I have to do the title, and then I have to Like, it's all of these things. I have to make sure that the sound sounds right, and it's time consuming. And so it's
Oh,
like
it
people are
is.
like, people offer, "Hey, I'll do shorts for $5." I told him, I was like, "Take that deal."
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Take
It's
that deal, 'cause, those are not I mean, they're just time consuming, and people just don't and gaming, like, Grumbay,
gaming's ridiculous.
he does ninjas, gaming content.
Yeah.
I don't know how he does it because he's actually pretty funny. I would never use as many gifts as he does, and that's fine,
Mm.
that's his choice. I love it. It's good content, but how does he, like, find all of these gaming moments? I'm, like, going through 8 hours of gaming, like, "Oh my god, shoot me." I don't if I participated, I don't wanna rewatch it,
Yeah,
and
no.
if I didn't participate, I don't care, like
But when I do a gaming video, I tend to do it on a stream, and I'll do like 2 hours of like Resident Evil. I'll cut it down to half an hour, but because I've put funny moments in and sound effects, and I've done this, got it by a shovel, bung, dead. You know what I mean? And it took me 6.5 hours to do a
yeah.
video. I was
See,
like, I can't keep doing this.
I tell people that an hour podcast and that's what was happening when I was recording the podcasts separately.
Yeah,
So, I was like, an hour podcast takes me at least 4 to 6 hours to edit. So, an hour to record, at least 4 to 6 hours to edit at its lowest form,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And, and then, then it's on top of that, you've got your rendering, so God help you. I was doing the editing for the What's the Word podcast for all the guys.
oh yeah, yeah.
So I had every track was separate, every camera was recording separately, and every audio was separate. So I had to sync all
That's a
those.
lot of shit.
Yeah. And the thing is that you'd have like AR would be a little bit off sync,
Yeah,
nothing to do with anything other than the fact that for some reason it was off sync. I'd have to put it 2, 3 frames over, and then it would sync up differently, like halfway through.
somewhere
And I'm like,
else.
son
Yeah,
of a bitch. Or BP would always be like 7 frames off for some reason. And
different cameras,
so
different setups.
yeah, exactly. So I'd have to sync all that so that it made sense, and then watch the whole stupid damn thing, and then they go off on tangents, and very not often, but sometimes they would go on a tangent that was a private conversation and I'd have to cut out.
Yeah, yeah,
Not often, but there was, like, once or twice where they, like, were waiting for one of them to come back or something, and they started talking about things that weren't public knowledge.
yeah.
And it's
The
like
Avengers.
they were just chit-chatting.
Yeah,
They weren't, like, in recording mode. They were just chit-chatting waiting for one of them to come back, but that has to go because, you
yeah.
know, our s you guys for anyone that doesn't know this, I'm sure y'all do by now. If you don't, where have you been? You've not obviously watched me. Our stuff behind the scenes is like, our networking, at least for me, my networking is everything. And
Yeah,
so there are things that I can talk to you about off live that no offense to anyone or no not my consumers business.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
a behind the scene content creator type thing. Not everything is for public consumption. It's just the same as like running a business.
yeah,
You don't need to know all the SKU numbers from Walmart. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, yeah.
it's not everyone's business that so and so is going on break. Like, so that's what I'm saying. But editing those was evil.
Yeah, right,
Was
but it is.
evil. But I did it, you know.
Well done. All I would have done with that picture, like the picture being out of sync, whatever it was, as I would have copied and pasted it above it, and then just overlaid it over the actual image, and then took it back a little bit to sync it together.
Well, I mean, they were each separate camera tracks and
Yeah,
each separate audio track. So there's 4 and 4 or
yeah,
5 and 5, depending, right?
yeah,
So I had to think about it. So it would be like their audio, and I'd have to move the audio to 3 frames over. You know what I mean? So all
yeah,
of theirs would line up, all their audio would line up, but then like BP's had to get scooched over, but not a lot, just by frames so that when he closes his mouth on a word, the word closes too. Otherwise, it was
yeah.
like word closes, his mouth closes. Like it's just that little delay.
Like watching a overdub movie.
Not that bad, but it kind to me when you go you edit, when you go
Yeah,
frame by frame, you see things frame by frame,
yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah,
You kind of
yeah,
see the world in a frame by frame manner.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you notice things like that.
Oh, I understand that. That sounds like a pain in the ass, though, having a load of them like that and all the different tracks.
Yeah, it was a pain in the ass, but, it was fun,
Mm.
and I made some shorts, and I made some, like, smaller like, I did the blooper reel. I was proud of that. I was proud of that.
I haven't
Um,
seen that. The blooper. Is it funny?
they have a blooper reel. Yeah, I was dying for that to come out, and I did the part where they have the unreleased podcast where they're talking about BP and his Christian adventures game.
What?
Oh, it's hilarious because he's like, "We had Bible adventures," and the guys hit the floor laughing, just couldn't catch their breath, belly laughing, falling out of their chairs for
Yeah.
they just it struck them so funny because 'cause they're talking about old games, Wolfenstein, all this. He's like, "We had
Yeah.
Bible adventures."
Bible Adventures with Wolfenstein.
No, he's like, "Well, like Noah, and you had to, like, go get everybody on the ark."
Say what?
It
How
was
old is he? I'm joking.
Yeah, he's 40s, he's in
I
his
know.
40s.
I
Yeah, he's
know.
like, "Well, that's what we had," you know? It
Yeah.
was just so funny, and it was such a genuine moment of, like, background. It was just funny, and I got to do and, like, I did, I guess, the bloopers reel where they kept trying to do intros, and they kept over and over and over again. So, it's little stuff like that, but
Oh, I've done that before. I do blooper reels every now and again. Sometimes I do an end of year video and the bloopers go in it. And you're like, you say someone else's name instead of the right person who's requested it. Or you're like, I banged my elbow. And fuck it. Do you know what I mean? And it's stuff like that. And it's funny. People laugh at
yeah,
it.
I do one and dones. Like, I record start to finish, and I leave it as is. Like,
Yeah.
I
Edit
don't
it
change
yourself.
anything. I just I'm done.
Whatever goes, goes.
Yeah, I just have no patience. I'm like, because like I said, I was editing the podcasts with people. Finally, I
Mm,
was like, I'm gonna show off my editing skills. And I was spending like 6 to 8 hours for 70 views. And I'm like, this is bullshit. I'm
yeah.
not monetized. 6 to 8 hours, massive man at the time, like 2 months after I did that interview with him. It
Yeah.
had 78 views. And I felt about this big. And I was like,
It's not your editing, it's not your video. It's just the fact that the algorithm's not picked it up.
No, exactly, and that's what I'm saying, like, legitimately, I spent 6 to 8 hours to push this out, plus the recording time, plus the networking time, the communication time, all of this stuff to make this happen for 78 views.
Mm,
Y'all get what the fuck you get, okay? I'm going
mm.
back to the live format.
What bugs me is you'll spend 8 hours doing a video, I'll spend a few hours doing a video, and you've made it into like a bit of a masterpiece because of what you've done for it. And it, like you say, it bombs out and gets like little views, and then you get someone going, "Oh, my dog's doing a trick, 25 million views," and you're like, "What?
Yeah.
Go and get the dog." Do you know what I
Austin
mean?
Austin knows what I'm about to say. I'm gonna talk about that woman on
That
TikTok.
woman.
This woman is like, you can tell she didn't do her hair, didn't do nothing. She just goes in the camera real close. She goes, what'd she say? Roses are red. The only thing that quacks is a duck. I don't give a damn, and I sure don't give a fuck. That's it. 3 million likes.
3 million views. Yeah.
Likes. 3
Likes.
million
Likes.
likes.
So maybe 20 million views.
And I'm like, this is some bullshit right
Yeah.
here.
Do the same video.
I just can't because to me, I'm like,
Yeah,
I
you're
can't
being
even
false.
make it. It doesn't flow off the tongue to me.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
roses are red, violets are blue. And she's like, the only thing that quacks is a duck. I'm like, that's a lot of syllables. Yeah, Austin's like,
Roses
struck
are
a nerve
red.
on that one. Yeah, I'm
You
still
should
raging. Hold on
should
one
watch
second.
her video
Somebody's
and then
at my door and they're not supposed to be.
oh, go
So
on then, go and answer if you want.
I'm gonna go answer it real quick.
That's okay. I'll talk to everyone else.
Yeah, talk to the chat for a second. I am sorry, you guys, but like my daughter, I don't want her
See you in a
answering the
minute.
door if I'm not paying attention. Hold on. Oh, I'm on the floor.
And now you lot are with me. Let's have a look at your comments while she's gone. Face purple crying. Why that? Why is that, Basil? I don't even know what I'm talking about here. The lighting doesn't change the focus quality in your side. Yeah, that's Austin. She needs the G hub to mess with the focus. Why did we struck a nerve? What part of the conversation was that, Austin? Hello, by the way. Bye, Michael, if you've already gone or if you've not gone yet. Oh, no, that was 6 minutes ago. UMG and Sony, yes, and Warner. If you talk about people who block. You've seen people give $199 just to comment on certain streams. Are you kidding me?
70 degrees.
It was meant to be laughing.
Well,
All right, okay. Hey, she's back. So what you should do, get your headphones in.
Keep going.
What you should do is when you see a video that's like roses are red, violets are blue, right? You should watch their content when it's like I don't give a fuck, and then say roses are red, violets are blue. I'm pissed off that you've got so many views. Do you know what I mean? It's just something like that, and then just post it.
Yeah, I just
shit post content.
I get it. I just don't care enough to do it.
Oh, I'd do it just for a laugh.
No, I get that. Trust me. I just like I see people that like duet or remix stuff all the time, and I'm like, I just don't care. Okay, Felix, we're not doing this today. Sorry, baby. Sorry.
Felix the cat. Is the wrong color to be called Felix?
He wants to mess with all my stuff here.
He should be called Jonesy.
Well, he's Felix. His
should be
brother's
Jonesy
name
from
was
Alien.
Fury. His brother's name was Fury. I swear that my chair's gone down is what it is. Hold on, you guys.
Hey up, technical problems.
I have short girl problem. Look, that's how I started. I was up here in the sky.
Oh.
I can't get it to go down now.
Well, how tall are you?
5'2".
Jesus Christ. You'd be
See,
up to me nipples.
I feel the camera. You know? I feel like if I'm down here, I'm like squatty. It's weird to me.
I have to have mine on the lowest because I'm 6 foot.
Oh, yeah. I get it. My daughter, she's almost taller than me. My other one is. The 11-year-old's almost taller than me, so.
Maybe they'll stop. Maybe they'll level out at your height.
I don't know. She has really big feet. She's gonna be really tall. But no, I don't know. Remixing stuff irritates the crap out of me. I hate it. Like, there's nothing I dislike more. And here's the thing. I know people that do it, and that's okay.
Yeah.
For me, there's nothing that makes me want to not do something more than sitting there silently while something plays and go.
Yeah. That's
like they
not
do on
content.
shorts.
It's not content, that.
They're just the face, and they're like, there's one guy though, he always has the best content that he finds. If he would just be quiet and not say anything would be a great, because all he does is go, oh, and that's it.
Yeah.
The whole time on shorts.
And
He's
gets
like,
millions of
oh,
views.
look at you. Oh, and I'm like, shut up, I'm listening.
Yeah. I mean, I'll watch like a shot that I put out the other week was the cheese rolling event where people throw cheese down a hill and they all go running. And
I know what that is.
Yeah, some guy, he got some airtime. He somersaulted. So someone said, oh, watch that. And I did a reaction of that. Oh my God, is he all right? Look at him. He must have broken bones. That's okay because you're commenting on whatever is going on.
Yeah.
Or if you remix well, it's not saying remix. You chop your own reactions down. And Bryce sometimes make little sketches as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So mine's very universal. The only time I've been really quiet is the quietness was the humor. And it was a woman saying, she went, this American woman, she went, if the UK is 6 hours in front of us, why don't they just tell us the future? Right? And I'm sat in my car with the cricket noises going, broop, 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 going, yeah, I'm out. And then I went out the car. That's funny.
Yeah, I understand.
Funny. But then people just sit there going,
or like they'll have they'll green screen their face in the corner.
Yeah.
The entire, or they'll put it side by side, and the entire thing is the other person's video playing while they sit there and they go,
yeah.
That's it. And I'm like, there's no sound, there's nothing. It's just They added nothing. They added
No value.
absolutely nothing. And
No.
I'm not saying that everyone is going to consider what I say as adding value because maybe they don't like what I say.
Mm.
But it is chock full of my opinion and genuine critique, and so is yours. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
defo. Yeah, definitely.
And so to me, that's all the difference in the world.
Yeah.
I just feel like people are lazy
Yeah.
with their content because, again, they want attention, they want to feel special, and they'll just, in bulk, they'll just knock out content just to try to
Yeah.
get views, and they chase views. I pride myself on not. I'm chasing watch hours right now. I'm
Yeah.
not chasing views or subscribers. I hit 1,000 without doing any reaction videos.
You did.
I did. So at this point, I'm like, right? So there's my core. Those are my
Yeah.
OGs, my ride or dies. So now I'm chasing watch hours, and it's just the way it is. Do you know what I mean? I'm okay with that, sell a little bit. It's no problem.
Yeah. You've got to do it. I
And
mean, I started as a
everyone,
reaction channel, so I mean, it was
mm,
what it was with me. I mean, I said this on the Riker Road interview. In COVID, I'm obviously I'm a Chinese delivery driver. If you didn't know, I drop food off for like Chinese takeaway as my job. So I got furloughed because obviously the COVID thing happened and everything
yep,
shut. And then I was just flicking through YouTube and I come across Alex Hefner. And it said Alex Hefner reacts to Linkin Park, being Linkin Park fan. I watched it. It's like, I could do that. Do you know what I mean? And then,
yeah,
like I said, I got a laptop, sat in my car to see if it worked. And then I got like in the first week, I got like 100 subscribers in the first week. I'm like, I can make this work. But then once you hit your 1,000, then you, like you say, you got your watch time. You've got to wait and wait and wait. But I got to that in a month.
yeah.
That's because I went hard on it. I was like, I was putting 5 reaction videos out a day.
Yeah, see, that's how Cliff hit his first 100,000 because he was putting. I mean, he would go through 100 videos in a week. Like he'd say, "Okay, I'm going to do these 100 videos. I'm going to knock them all
Yeah,
out," and he would just drop them all. Well, now you have your notifications, and they have all this stuff going on because people are putting out so much content. But
yeah.
the fact is, look, at this point, I don't have a niche. I don't
No,
know how that one video is like at 7,000 something views. I don't know how that happened.
don't
I'm
worry
not
about it.
complaining. No, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it's it's firsts for me.
Yeah.
So at this point, I've been doing this for 3 years. Give or yeah, about 3 years.
Mhm.
So I've been doing this for 3 years, and I'm still I have all these cherries to pop, right?
Yeah.
All of these things where I've never had 5,000 views on a video. I hit that. And now I
Satisfying when you get it.
if this one hits one video, if this one hits 10,000, there's knock that one out. So I'm celebrating every little win
Yeah.
because they're still fun, and I'm not all the comments and stuff that I get is not normal. You know what I mean? Like, so it's
Yeah.
still kind of new and fresh. I just been doing it long enough. I didn't do the initial push. I haven't I don't expect it to like skyrocket.
But it
I
might
am
do.
a I am a Caucasian female.
Mhm.
We're not the go-tos for
Mhm.
most things,
Yeah.
unless it's other Caucasian females wanting us to talk about recipes or put
Do some
makeup
cooking
on.
videos.
You know? And I cook one thing, and that's all I ever eat, so
Yeah.
that's off the table. I'm just saying, and I'm opinionated, so there's no strike against me because
No,
I
because no, if you get thought provoking, sometimes it'll get views because some people won't agree with you and they'll trigger the algorithm.
rage bait, clickbait, hoo ha ha.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I
Mm,
mean, through my experience on YouTube, those getting to that first milestone of 1,000, then getting to that 4,000 watch time is the best period of
mm,
being a YouTuber. Because once you get past that, like, what now? Oh yeah, you
yeah.
get 200,000 and you get that award, and you're like, okay, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and see, to me, out of the plaque, that's nice, and
Mhm.
I know a lot of people, like, display it prominently, and that's fine. They can do as they feel
Yeah,
is
yeah,
necessary.
absolutely.
I don't I mean, of course, I would since I have a backdrop, I would put it somewhere, of course, if I ever get there. Dude, I said, "Excuse me, hold on." Sorry. You see? But I understand, like, I guess I'm on that different trajectory because a lot of people that I know right after COVID and when they started doing reactions in this, and I call it the sweet era of
Yeah,
reactions,
yeah, yeah,
which is 2021 through mid 2023, and then it went
yeah.
it would dropped off majorly because there was rule changes and people started were all back at work, so it changed the
Because
dynamic.
a lot of people were just going, "This is cool,
Well, yeah,
cool." That's it.
or they watched the whole thing just sitting there, and at the end, they're like, "Well, that was really interesting. I like the instruments. Okay, well, have a good day. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
Bye."
There's
I'm
no
like,
value.
if the reaction is basically under, if it's like about song length, like it's 6 or 7 minutes, you can bet your ass I'm not watching it
Mm.
because I
Yeah,
know you didn't add anything to it.
yeah,
You didn't
yeah.
add anything. But see, I didn't hit that stride during those years, and I didn't at the beginning of my channel. So now I have all of these other algorithms that are really confused at what I'm doing,
She's telling me.
and they're like, "So what do you do?" And I'm like, "Everything.
Yeah, yeah,
I do everything." And so it's very confused. So it's kind of a little bit of a struggle, but that's okay
yeah.
because I still sit here and cheer and root for all of you guys that have just blown up and skyrocketed. I remember a couple of years ago, I saw a couple of your reactions and it didn't, were you in a different room?
Probably, but probably before this, I built this.
Yeah, you were in like, I can't explain it. When you would look at it, it looked like, it didn't look like this. So
It was a beige room with like drawers in the background, probably.
yeah, it looked like you were just inside of a door, like in an office type
Yeah,
space.
it was an arch in me dining room.
Okay, that makes a little bit more sense because I was gonna say your desk kind of it didn't look like a table, but it just I don't know the way that it was set up, it didn't look like this, and so
My
it's been
laptop on a table in the spare room.
and it's been a minute. It's been
Yeah.
a while since I've been following your content and stuff like that,
Mm.
and I always was like, oh, he's gonna be all into metal. I take one look at you, I'm like, oh, he loves rock. That's the first thing I think. I always
Thinking
thought
back,
that. Yeah, well,
I have signed shit.
Uh, all everything here is signed, everything here,
Yes,
but
me too.
not of that level.
I
But
mean,
all everything here is personalized and signed from all the
oh, I've
bands
got
and
that as well.
artists.
Definitely. I've met like all the Batman cast, all the Aliens cast. I've got everything signed, Tom Skerritt and everything.
Okay,
Fantastic.
your pee-pee's bigger. I get it.
I know.
He just whipped it out and flopped it on the desk like, take a look at my schlong.
I
It's
love.
bigger
I can
than
see you've got a Tom McDonald one there.
yeah.
That's
It's
signed by Tom.
and personalized. Yeah,
That's brilliant.
he
I mean,
wrote.
I can't see it, but I've got 4 of the albums signed. But they you buy them signed.
I have all of them signed. I have Brandon Hart's got that's personalized.
Nice.
That's personalized.
That's
A
good.
lot of these are personalized. My tulip stuff and my Nixon rodeo stuff's personalized.
Right.
This is from Just Gen Reacts and it's personalized on the back. All of
Yeah.
these posters are personalized. I
Good.
have Nova's signed poster. I've got that.
See, that's good.
I have my Papa Roach Falling in Reverse and Hollywood Undead poster from going to Rockzilla a couple years ago.
Brilliant.
Like, and so, and I have like, this hat, you can't tell. This hat, I think that's Nixon Rodeo and it's signed by the band. This
Okay.
one is from Truth. He gave it to me in Vegas this year. This is
Nice.
his little brand on it. I have the sticks from Dropout Kings.
Okay.
So my daughter, the young one, the 11-year-old, she went
Yeah.
to her first concert, which had Tulip, and Tulip invited me to come hang out with them. And so we went to the concert, and Dropout Kings was there, and so was El Nino.
Okay.
And Dropout Kings, when they realized it was her first concert and she chose to go to a metal concert, she has personalized T-shirts. She has the guitar picks signed. She has posters signed. She has stickers signed. She has the drumsticks.
Yeah.
All of it. They were like,
Brilliant.
they were so stoked. We've got pictures with them and everything. They were so excited because she's up screaming at the stage. They were so excited because she had the little head earplugs in.
Yeah.
They were so excited that it was her very first concert and she chose to go to a heavy metal concert.
Not wrong with
I've
that.
got all of that stuff. Like, and I just started collecting in 2021.
Yeah.
My Tom stuff was the first. I got Prof here.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, babe. It is
The
tore
drumstick.
up.
Hey, oh, it's smashed to bits there, isn't it?
Yeah. It's Claxton. I mean, obviously it says Claxton drums.
Yeah.
And but yeah, it is.
Well used.
Yeah, they used this in the concert that we were at, and then gave it
That's
to him.
brilliant. That's
Thank you,
brilliant.
sweetie. Love you.
That's brilliant.
She heard me talking and she went and got it and brought it so I could show you. But yeah, it was just I get started with that. I've got Prof, I've got NF, which obviously I bought it that way.
Yeah, yeah.
I've got I interviewed I have to think. Oh my god, I'm such an asshole. I've asked the structure fails. Oh, and their signed photo of all of them is right
Yeah.
here on the wall that's signed by them with a guitar pick and
Nice.
stuff like that, and a flag. And then I have Citizen Soldier.
Oh, right.
So I
Okay.
have all of
Yeah.
their signed stuff that they sent me personally.
Another independent band?
Because I interviewed Jake.
Did you?
Yeah, he's on my channel.
Okay. Oh,
I
brilliant.
interviewed him. I was so nervous and I had just started going on camera, so I didn't know what I was doing. My first interview on camera, I think, was Mises.
Who's that?
Mises, like Adam Calhoun, Mises.
Oh, right. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but anyway, I'm just saying. So I just started collecting. I don't have any hobbies like Star Wars or Batman or do you know what I mean? Like I don't
Batman.
I'm just saying I don't have any like I have one pusheen my daughter got me. I forgot to turn on my jellyfish. These light up, they're neon.
All right, okay.
It's cute, but I've turned it off. I pusheen and that's it. Like and my flag, of course.
Yeah, so it's the American flag.
Yeah. Well, I mean, to me, I don't know. It tells you a lot about me just by having that on the camera, right?
Yeah.
You can make some assumptions about me just by having it on the camera.
That's good.
Right?
I have Don't Quit.
Don't be a quitter.
But if you look, you can't tell because it's so bright.
That's why this is off.
Yeah. There's a line through the NT and the QU. So it's do it.
Nice.
Don't quit, do it. So
Nice.
the pink bits is actually do it. Don't quit.
Okay, I can see it, so I get that.
Yeah.
See, that's why I don't have this on because look at it. See how it has the around the outside?
It doesn't look bad, that though.
No, it's just I can see it flicker, and it drives me crazy. I can see it doing this.
I can't.
Oh, I see it.
Makes you.
I think it might be my brain. It could
You have
be.
OCD?
No. What's up, Wildflower? But yeah, I respect you guys. Like, I wish that I had jumped on reactions then, but I had no interest.
Yeah.
I mean,
I just had to go. I just had to go.
Do you do stuff that you don't want to do?
Well, it's not that I don't want to do it. When I'm doing the streams, I just get given stuff. Because, like, it's all on my Discord. It's like, put your requests in here, and when Lee streams, we'll do this. I don't pick anything on the streams that I do. Unless I say, right, I've got a reaction I have to get out because such a body's dropped. You know what I mean?
Right.
I also work with 7 of the labels, like Napalm and Century Media and all them, and they clear the claims for me on certain bands. But I mean, I have Patreon requests where people pay me. I keep that down to a very, very low. I don't want to get. Do you know when I first did Patreon, I put three requests for a £5 for £5. Right?
No.
I thought no one's going to do this. Bang, 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 bang. I need to do 45 reactions. Shit.
I guided Cliff when he first started, I'm not talking about now. I'm talking about when he first started doing live streaming and also Truth. Yeah. I helped guide him. And I'm like, look, and here's what the thing that a lot of people don't understand. The reason that reactions cost more than $2, $1 is for that reason.
Yes.
Because what happens is somebody is like, I have $10. I want 10 reactions. Exactly. And all of a sudden, guess what? Those reactions, let's just say you just watched the video.
You overproduce them.
you're literally recording for 4 minutes, 5 minutes, right? So let's say it's 10 minutes for a reaction. So for $1, you know what I mean? Like you get 10
$6
minutes of a
an hour.
reaction. That's $6 an hour. And then they start requesting all kinds of, no offense, trash shit that
But then
just
you've got to edit it.
destroy your channel.
Yeah. But then you've
So
got to
like
edit it.
it kills me because people complain and it's like, do you understand that there has to be some kind of fee for entry, sort of, kind of? There's got to be a bottom line, or else they're like, well, you should just do it for free. Why? The fuck?
Oh,
My time is not
yeah.
free. It's
What
irreplaceable.
I did with my Patreon request after making that monumental mistake,
I bet you shut that shit down.
I put 15 slots in and I put it a £10 per request. And that's it. And I've not even filled the 15 slots. You know what I mean? That's a nice amount to do with me other stuff.
Yeah.
But like when I went three for a five, thinking no one was going to do it, stupid. 45 requests I had to do in 1 month, and I went, right, I'm gonna have to stop this.
Yeah.
I'm getting swamped. You know
And
what I
that's how
mean?
that works. People are like, well, why didn't you do it? Just because there was somebody who was arguing in and then we'll just say in a Discord server, not mine, but a different Discord server,
Yeah.
who was arguing, well, you do videos without being on a live donation stream for free, right? So you do those videos
Yeah.
like daily. So why don't you just do the live ones for free? Why you got to charge for that? Doesn't make sense. How?
Still my time.
Yeah, but it's more of the, if you want it done this second and you get to actually say, look, I want you to do this video. Otherwise, it's up to the content creator what you choose to do,
Exactly.
right? That's the difference. Well, you do, and the guy was like hard headed and didn't listen and could not wrap his brain around that concept. And I was like, look, you obviously don't know what either. I do reactions. I'm like, guarantee you, your channel is. Guarantee you. I was right. He's like, well, I only had like 100 subscribers. I'm like,
because you'd
well, there you go.
attitude.
It's because you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You've proven to me that you can't understand basic concepts of how this stuff works. If you can't treat your channel like a business, then you shouldn't be doing it.
Exactly.
And I don't, which because it's more of a hobby right now because I was focusing on editing and teaching myself those skills. But now with my shorts, I'm consistent.
Yeah.
Consistent.
It's the key.
I put them out, and then like with these, I see the reason I asked if you like everything that you do, like all the ones like you, is because
Hey, if I don't like a song, I say, look at Basil Keen's comment there, country. I despise country music.
When Kelly said something about your favorite music was country, I knew she was full of shit.
Oh, I've done a video, right? We did a live stream. This you'll love this. Did a video. Their mission was to make me like a country song, and they was giving me Josh Turner. They was giving me who the fuck else was there? I can't remember.
Know who that is.
Oh, Toby Keith and people like that.
Okay, I know who that is.
And I'm like, oh.
90s country, I know.
And there was one like, one was called A Long Black Train. And when he started singing, I said, please let that fucking long black train hit him. Do you know what I mean? And I did a full stream where I was shitting on country. Then I split it down and made it into a video on my channel. You should watch it. It's funny. But you can see me dying watching it going.
See, my thing is like I not on the live stream. And I went to, there's 2 different songs that I went to record. I was like, oh, they dropped a song. And then another one was like, oh, this is interesting. It was a cover to a song. And I thought, oh, this could be interesting.
Yeah.
So the first one is the artist that I really love. I really respect the song. I hated it. I hated everything about the song. I'm like, how many times you can complain about somebody that you want to be with that doesn't love you back, and they might be with somebody else, and you're going to whine about it over and over and over again, and then you're going to be like about it. Stop. Like, where's your badass bitch era? Bring that back. Okay, so in the middle of the reaction, as I'm recording at home by myself, I just cut it off like, yeah, fuck that. The other one was a cover to R.E.M's Losing My Religion, which is one of my favorite songs. They slowed it. I was like, I can't, I cannot sit through this because I was even saying it in the reaction until I just got so fed up. I cut it off. I was like, fuck this. He was acoustic, basically had the snow behind me. Oh, okay, fine.
Snow for losing my religion.
It was in like a cabin. It was like acoustic sessions. So he slows it down, and I get that's his style. Cool, cool. REM is very succinct on their pronunciation.
Yeah, yeah,
Their songs are a pretty quick clip.
yeah.
So to sit there and be like, losing my religion, I'm like, stop it. I can't do this. So I cut it off and I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that either. So in middle of the reaction, I just cut it off, deleted the video, and I moved on.
Oh God. Well, these lot, Basil Keane will tell you. Look where he said there. Alicia found Wheeler Walker Jr. If you ever listen to that guy, he's crazy. But he's country. They gave me right, Lorna Shaw singing "Never Gonna Give You Up" by Rick Astley.
That's
Rick
awesome.
Astley is from my town, by the way. Everyone
Yeah.
else gets the great celebrities, and I get Rick Astley.
He's
Anyway,
amazing.
He's not. I know his
That
family and everything.
that meme, that Rick rolling is amazing.
And then I stopped it halfway through the stream. I went, I went, I'm not having it.
Oh, that's funny. That's hilarious. Cause like that's my thing though, is that it's like I had somebody tell me on the one that's got like almost 8,000 views now. They told me that the RBF, my resting bitch face, they could tell I hate the lyrics. And I'm like, you understand the concept of resting bitch face means that it just looks like this. Like right now, I'm enjoying our conversation and I still look like I'm kind of a pissed off bitch.
Yeah, you want to stab me?
I mean,
That's what it
maybe.
looks like.
I'm a little stabby. But no, here's the thing though. That's how I look. Right.
Yeah,
So
okay.
if you're insulting me saying I have a resting bitch face, then you should understand what that means. And you can't say, well, you're resting bitch face, which means I could be ecstatic, right? And I still look the same. You can't say that means I hate a lyric. Which lyric?
Yeah.
Was it a word? Was it a whole line? I have opinions on the song that I didn't necessarily put in the video because I gave my perspective and my experience on it and left it for interpretation.
Absolutely.
Because I don't need someone to tell me that, I knew all the salty men were going to come out of the woodwork.
Of course.
I knew it. It's called Scornful Woman. Of course, all of the salty ass men are coming. They're gonna.
I got a load of shit for doing the Alanis Morissette. That one where You Ought to Know.
You Ought to Know. I love that song.
I know they're like, oh, you would say that you're a man. Oh, fuck off. She's been cheated on and she's not happy.
Wait a minute. No. I need you to explain that one to me. Why would it matter that you're a man? Of course you love it. Is it because of the sexual references in the song?
And I was like, oh, she's not happy. I went, oh, she's not happy with him. She's giving him she's throwing what he's done to her back in his face. Like, did you think about her when he fucked you? You know what I mean? All that sort of stuff. And I'm like, hell, I wouldn't like to mess with her. She'd fuck you up. Something like that, I said.
Yeah.
And then people are going on and saying like, oh, it's not just all about her. And it's like, oh.
Okay, it's not that serious. People, it is not that serious. Stop.
And the Harry Styles.
That's my word, fansplaining. Stop fansplaining things.
Yeah.
Because if I hear a song and I'm like, go girl, go, or if I'm like, God, he's a dick, or whatever my interpretation of the song is my interpretation in that moment. In 10 years, I might hear the song and hear it differently because of my experiences.
Absolutely.
The fact is, it's completely subjective. And that's why I can't, by the way, I'm sure everyone's going to love me for this. I keep getting crap for this. I hate Tool. Absolutely can't stand Tool.
Tool is a experience.
Yeah, that's okay. I will skip that experience every time that I try to get back. Like I try to sit through a Tool song. I'm like, God, make it fucking stop. But anyway,
I said that on Schism. I don't fucking like this.
Their fans are mean.
Oh God, they're
like you need to understand the mind state that they were in while they were tripping balls in Jersey while on the toilet where a dog walked by, and then he strummed a guitar and it resonates in your brain. You're like, what the fuck are you talking about? It either sounds good or it don't. I don't need a whole booklet to understand. If I have to need a booklet to understand a song, they didn't do their job.
If you
I'm
look at
just
any
saying.
of my Tool reactions, I'm sat there like this going,
Oh,
I
I
don't know
do
what's
this.
going on.
Off, turn off. I won't sit through them. I refuse. You can ask Papa, because anytime someone reacts to Tool and I know it's coming, I'm like, I'm out. I'm out.
Disgustipated. Basil Keane there, right? They've got a request for Disgustipated. It's a 15-minute song with 10 minutes of cricket noises.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. See, I would be like, I don't know what the fuck y'all are trying to pull on
Oh
me.
no, I made it into a joke.
I
Going,
wouldn't.
while I was
See, I
watching.
wouldn't sit through that. See, but that's the cool thing about all these different content creators is that we're all a little bit different.
Yeah.
I'm that person who's gonna be like, yeah, I'm not fucking sitting through this. I sat through you guys remember the flopping penises in the prison song? Okay.
What's this?
I did a live stream.
I have to do it.
I did a live stream. Okay, I'll get you the song. It was okay. So I did a live stream and something just fell and I don't know what it was.
Probably your lights.
No, who was out there? I think it was my cat. But anyway, I did this live stream where I went through Coachella lineup to see, and I went and I'm like, who the fuck is this horse thing? Okay. So then I went to the wrong band, and this isn't the same one, but I went to this wrong band and I was like, okay, this is like a vintage vibe, and I did a whole reaction. I still have them on my PC. And then I did the actual horse one where she has a horse. It's like AI, her face is a horse. Wallflower remembers. And then I did this one. I can't remember the name. I'll find it for you.
Yeah, I'll
But
react to
they
it.
had the entire video are animated, drawn penises. I'll just say that.
It sounds like something Little Big would do.
I'll just say that. If you would like me to send it to you, I will send it to you, and you
Send it
can.
on Instagram. I'll react
No,
to
I'll
it.
send it to you. I do not blame me though. If you love it, if you don't be mad at me. Like
Yeah,
I sat through. Just remember,
listen, I don't
sat
get mad at
through it
anybody,
too.
me, ever.
And I was like, this is so out there that I actually have to sit through the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I decided after that fun jaunt down Coachella, I'm like, what the fuck are they doing at this?
Yeah.
Whatever. So now I'm like, yeah, we're never doing that again. I'm like, they were laughing. Yeah, she's saying that they were laughing so hard. It was insanity.
Yeah.
I was so confused and conflicted. And I'm like, I don't know what's happening right now. Like the AI, the chick with the horse face.
Yeah.
And like doing sexual moves and like humping. And I'm like,
Horseplay.
horsing around. I mean, it was like a whole thing. But no, I'll send you the peckers.
Oh, I'll react to it. I'll say, don't blame me. It's Cat's fault.
No, you can actually call me out on that and say
I
Cat
will.
did this. It does not bother me a bit. I am not shy. Here's the thing.
Me neither.
Okay. Do you see this? I'm gonna draw it real quick.
Depends how good you are at drawing.
Yeah, I'm doing this so fast. Okay. So you ever seen this drawing where it's basically like a little guy with his nose looking over a fence?
Yeah.
Okay. So imagine that, but imagine his nose is a penis.
Right.
Okay. So like that is the aesthetic of the video, the entire thing. So for the record, I'm just warning you so you know that like it will be explicit as fuck.
That's okay. These lot have given me things called there was a song called 10-foot penis. Something a detachable penis is another one as well. It's like they were all winding me up one night. The thing with me is I laugh at everything. Even when it's bad, I laugh. I just laugh. I laugh at everything. I'm always happy. I'm always smiling. I'm always even when they give me shit, I laugh at them. You know what I mean?
Could you rub that off on me? Wait. No, could you? I need some of that.
I'm the polar opposite to you. You have a resting bitch face, and I'm like the Joker. You know what I mean? It's
Wallflower is correct. We watched Prodigy as a palate cleanser because Breathe is one of my Breathe.
Oh,
one of my favorite songs.
June.
I love it.
Yeah. It's going back to 90s nostalgia.
Hey, 90s. I would if you had to pick an era of music, only one era, one decade of music. and before you say anything, I'm gonna take a guess at what you're gonna say. Mine's easy. It's 90s. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. I have a feeling I know it's. I feel like yours is going to be early 2000s. Lower, like 80s.
90s.
Oh, thank fuck. I thought you were gonna say 80s or 70s. I was gonna be like, we're not friends anymore.
I
can't
only
do it.
discovered music properly in the 90s.
Me too. Well, I was in my teens.
In the 80s, I was climbing trees and riding bikes and out with my friends. In the
Same.
90s, I discovered a band called East 17. I
Mm.
also discovered a band called Oasis.
Oh,
I love Oasis.
yeah, I do too. Who doesn't?
So, I know.
I mean, there was so much. I mean, so much. Like, even you get to there's almost any genre in the 90s. I can find something I like. There are things I also don't like. Tool can basically fuck off. Overplayed bullshit. Love me, say that. No,
Yeah.
no, that one just like stop.
Yeah.
So, but like every single genre, like you had Savage Garden, you had the Tootsie Roll,
Oh, Savage
Mama
to Moon
Ride
and
the
Back.
Train, Ace of Base. Like there's just a ton. There's Nirvana, there's Bush,
I never
there's
listened to Nirvana, me. I
I
never listened to
haven't
them.
I never got really deep into their music. No Doubt came out like at the end
I
of the
didn't listen to
90s.
them either.
And then you have like all of the rappers. Like I was all up in No Limit, but I also loved Sir Mix a lot. I loved
Yeah.
ICP. Like there were all of these just amazing music. And
Mm.
almost everyone's like, oh my God, I love the 70s and 80s. And I'm like, I could never listen to a 70s or
Like
80s,
some 80s.
50s, 60s, like to mid 60s, 90s, early aughts. That's it.
Mm.
Everything else can pretty much go away, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, we're from the same era, by the sounds of it.
But I hear people. There's a lot of people that are like, maybe they're just like 5 years older than me, if
I
that.
am 5 years older than you.
No, but what I'm saying is that they're obsessive classic rock. Yeah, and I'm like,
No. I didn't listen to music in the 80s, me. I was
Aerosmith from the 90s is better. People are gonna hate me than Aerosmith from the 70s and 80s.
I know none of them. I
Okay,
don't listen
well,
to Aerosmith.
I don't want to miss a thing.
I've reacted to these since.
Yeah. Well, like Crazy, Crying, Amazing, those are 90s. And people are like, you
Yeah.
don't understand Aerosmith unless you go back to the. And I'm like, I ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
15th Ben, thank you so much, honey. I appreciate you.
I mean, I never listened to like Iron Maiden, never listened to Metallica, never listened to all them bands. I discovered music in the 90s, never looked backwards. I always went forwards. You know what I mean? I didn't listen to specific bands. I liked songs from certain artists. Like you say,
Thank
Savage
you.
Garden to the Moon and Back. It was brilliant. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Stuff like that. It was like, that's a great song. Oh, that's a great song, but didn't follow the band.
15th Ben, a pass. Pass. I'm no. Mm-mm. And I know classic channels are blowing up right now because
Classic.
you have the people that are, you've got the people who want to hear their music, 70s and 80s and things of that nature. I don't like the sound, you guys. Like I
Slade and stuff.
sincerely am not a fan of like Black Sabbath. I like Black Sabbath, but I don't like the sound from the 80s. Do you know what I'm saying?
What, there's
Like
the electronic synthesizer and the
I
drum kit.
just they have this sound to it that is not I'm just not a
Not
fan
your
of that.
bag.
It's not. And the thing is that I could go back and listen, but I don't fucking want to. I know that I could do a lot with it. I know that
Yeah.
I could probably build an audience with that. I just don't want to because I'd be sitting here like, like Janis Joplin was good.
Yeah, when I've checked out from her, she was good. Yeah.
I'm not a huge fan. I'm not a huge fan of Janis Joplin, but she had great music. The 70s classic rock, I hated it. I
Never
hated
listened
it.
to it. I
Here's the
wouldn't
thing.
tell you.
They changed. Okay, so the sound went from like bebop kind of stuff, right? Their rock was like pop music, from Elvis, and you'd have the guitar. Like it would be anyway, it was kind
Yeah.
of that aesthetic. And you go into the 70s, you get a lot of the and you have like a lot of the mental stuff where they're like, yeah, you've got to think a lot. And I'm like, I don't fucking care.
David
I
Bowie.
don't care. Like, I get. I hate Pink Floyd. I fucking hate Pink Floyd. Sorry, not sorry. I do not like Pink Floyd.
Oh, you're going to upset a lot of people with that
I
comment.
don't care. I don't care. Another brick in the wall.
Yeah, but
What? I'm
Comfortably Numb is a
sorry.
banger. Comfortably Numb is a banger.
Not really.
I
To
like it.
me.
Yeah.
Like, I know people like them.
I'm a guitarist, though. That's why I like him.
Yeah, but see, so 15th Bend, have you ever heard his music?
Who?
15th Bend, he's in the chat right now. He has a reaction channel and
Is he?
he's plays guitar. Like,
I'll follow him.
he's amazing. He's absolutely amazing. I'm pretty
Really?
sure he's got I like Journey, but not enough to know more than like 2 songs ever. And he's really good, and he taught himself guitar since like COVID, and yeah, he's amazing
Yeah.
putting out albums.
Okay.
And you know what I'm saying? Like he's got like this really cool aesthetic, and anyway, I'll send you some stuff. You'll see.
Yeah,
But
yeah, do it.
he's
Do it.
amazing. I
I'll
love
follow
him to
him.
pieces. And he wears Skechers, so he's my Sketcher buddy.
Sketches.
I love those things, and everybody talks shit on my Skechers, but he loves
With
them
that
too.
memory foam sole.
I love them. They're the best. I have
Comfy.
Walmart off-brand Skechers right now, but they kill.
You'll be
Okay.
buying them off Temu next.
No, do you know how much heavy metal is in Temu and Shane or
Oh,
whatever?
yeah. It damages your skin, doesn't it, when you buy like.
And also gets absorbed and stuff. They like did I don't know. My mom kind of said it, and then I saw it somewhere online, and then it just came out recently. I saw an article where they actually tested it, and the heavy metals in their clothing is like off the charts. I was like,
Wow.
my daughter's like, but they're so cheap. And I'm like, because they're killing you.
I bought a Linkin Park t-shirt from Temu, jumper from Temu, and it's supposed to have been Linkin Park minutes to midnight, and it said minutes to monged on the fucking shirt. I did a complete and utter video on it on my channel if you ever watch it, and I'm like, look at this. Don't buy stuff from Temu.
My mom loves to buy a whole bunch of gadgets and shit from Temu, and I end up with all these random gadgets in my
And
house.
they don't work.
And I'm like, "What is this?" And she's like, "Oh, you put it on your finger, so when you're cutting stuff, you have like a guard." I'm like, "I'll just not chop my finger off." I said, "I'm gonna cut myself with the guard. Like it's metal and it's sharp on the edge." A couple of things that we've gotten, like I have this big storage on my front porch.
Yeah.
That's waterproof, and like it's huge, and my daughter puts her scooter in there, and it's waterproof, and it's like that way it don't get sun bleached and there's no bugs in it.
Yeah.
That thing's fucking huge. I finally put it together, and that was worthwhile. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Little wins.
Yeah, exactly. But when it comes to like, I'm like, I'm like, what is this? She's like, I think. I'm like, don't ever start. Here's
And
something I
think.
bought for you with I think that it's ... Like, as far as I'm concerned, just keep it or throw it away. I'm like,
Yeah.
sure, thank you, mom. And I'm like, chuck it in the trash.
Yeah, just
It's out, gone, immediate, insta gone.
I don't want to be dead from this stuff you're buying me from Shein or Temu.
And see
Fix it.
now, with that whole conversation about like, the older music and the stuff that we like or don't like, I understand this is something that, and I made a whole video because there's also this other genre of people who are music snobs.
Okay.
And there's like a couple different types. There are the fan-splaining super fan simpy snobs, and there
Elitist.
are they're just asshats, like they're just like obnoxious. They're in your comments shit talking if they don't like what you said because, oh my god, this artist is the best. No. Stop. And then you have like what I would consider more of the elitists, like the classic rock is the only thing that matters in this world. And if you don't
Yeah.
appreciate classic rock, like if you listen to Aerosmith from the 90s and not the 70s, then you suck. And I'm
Yeah.
like, bitch,
Yeah.
listen.
Don't tell me.
I like that because that's what I grew up on. And I went back to some of those other ones from the 70s and I didn't like it. I went right back to the 90s
It
because
was a very psychedelic time, the 70s.
I mean, this is the dawning of the age of Aquarius. Okay, that's the end of the 60s, but still.
I don't
The
know.
age of Aquarius. Like, I liked the 60s, the 50s, right? And I like the
Right,
90s and the early aughts. That does it for me.
right.
And some people are like, "Well, you just have to I don't have to do shit." And so that's what I'm concerned about is that if I branch off into some of these other things, that I'm gonna be roped into this, "Well, you have to." No, I don't. Do
No,
you know what I mean? Because that's
no.
kind of my vibe.
If you don't like something, you don't just like fulfill someone else's ego by saying, "Yeah, do you know what? I agree with you. It's good that." You know, if you don't like it, you don't like it. You're just lying to yourself if you say anything otherwise. Going on about elitists, I did a Harry Styles reaction, right? And it was a live one, and he was like repeating the song over, and he was like that with his ear monitors, and all the girls in the crowd were going, "Ah," you know, like fangirling him.
Yeah.
So I made a comment saying it's a shame for Harry that because he can't get his sound right because all the girls screaming. And next thing, I'm a misogynistic person and I'm sexist and you're just saying it's just girls in the crowd. I'm like, really? Are you fucking messing me?
Well, I do think that those crowds, especially ones that scream lyrics, they
Yeah,
ruin some of the live performances.
yeah,
They ruin them because you can't that like I said, I said this earlier about Neil
yeah,
Diamond, like at 70, 80 years old, toddling around on stage, sure, he still kind of sort of sounds like he was, but like you can't hear the lyrics, you can't hear the
no,
nice vocals.
no.
They've changed up the instrumentals because after like 60 years, they've decided maybe we'll change this a little bit.
Yeah,
So it's different than what this version I liked. And then you have all these people, they're like, I'm like, shut up.
yeah.
I'm here to hear him, not
Telephones come
you.
out.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, he does a show,
Yeah,
how many times? And like, it's so, yay. It's the same
yeah.
with like, it's another thing about concerts. I just think that people get so nasty with these super simpy fan bases.
Oh God, I tell you what,
They get mean. And
they
some of the
do.
fan bases I'm a part of, or I'm very bye, Basil, thanks for being
See
here,
you
hon.
guys.
I'm a part and friendly with some of the artists, and that's the point I was gonna make that I totally
Yeah,
went off kilter for. There are people that are like, "We love everyone, everyone appreciates, and we love all music.
Gen Z.
Unless you're Tom McDonald, then
Oh yeah,
fuck you, and I hate you." And it's like, yeah, so much for loving everyone, you bitches.
I love Tom McDonald.
Oh,
I
I
like
do
his
too.
honesty. His
I
honesty is
mean,
brilliant.
I'm literally going to sit here and say he's a friend of mine,
Yeah,
and
hey,
he would claim me if in a pinch, he would claim me.
yeah.
So like we've been friends for a while and I support him. Do I like every single piece of music he puts out? No. Do you know that I actually was in a voice chat? We were talking about Vegas and stuff, and then I for somehow it came up, and he's like, I said, "I prefer no response over God mode." He's like, "What? Really?" I was like, "Oh,
I'd
yeah,
agree with that.
hands down."
I'd
He's
agree
like,
with that.
"Oh, God, you'd prefer no response?" I said, "Oh, yeah,
Mm,
absolutely." He's like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah."
yeah.
One of my favorite songs is Famous. I love
I'm
that
not.
song.
Oh, the black and white video.
Yeah, well, he's like,
Slower, isn't it?
yeah, it's
I
kinda
think I've done
slower, and
that
then
one.
when he
Yeah,
at the end of it, he opens up the curtain and he walks into the kitchen, like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I've done a reaction to that.
yeah, I figured you had.
Yeah.
It's just I have these people who they they are like, "Spread love, and I just am here to support and
Mm,
appreciate." But if you like Tom McDonald, I don't even wanna hear his fucking name, and I'm like, "Whoa, bitches, calm down." So much for love and appreciation. So much for inclusive and kindness in the chats, right? Like,
yeah.
you sit here in one sentence and you say, "Love everyone and every independent," and I'm like, "That was really not a good song," and they're like, "Well, they're trying, but
You know what
it's
I mean?
Tom." I'm like,
Don't show them NWA or the Sex Pistols or anything like that. Then, if Tom McDonald's going to offend them, you know what I mean? It's
"Oh, but they
it's
like that." They like that because for
double
some
standard.
It is that's the point, and I put you'll see me, and Wallflowers probably noticed, and I'm sure Austin, or if any of them are in here still, they'll have noticed because some of my shorts that come out, most of them come from a place of frustration.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, "Listen, y'all, we need to talk. This whole double standard, hypocritical bullshit's got to stop. Stop telling people what they have to like, and if they don't like a certain type of music, they're not good enough as people."
Yeah.
To me, that is the most hypocritical, crazy thing. And the people do it in the comments constantly. Like I said,
Oh
we
God, yeah.
allow stupid people to have access to the internet. This is what the fuck we get. This is what happens. We let dumbasses get on the internet. So it's our
And
own
that's
fault.
it. Yeah, they're probably all lefties. If it's they don't like Tom McDonald.
Well, yeah, and the thing is they absolutely despise Trump too. That's something else that they say
Yeah, and
consistently, like in the same sentences. But then there's somebody who will jump into the chat and will be racist towards anyone that's white. If you're white, you can't rap. That's your
I've
and
seen it.
they're a rapper as well, the person that does this, and is like baiting, race baiting, and nasty, dropping all kinds of insults in the chat. And they're like, "Oh, hi," and I'm like,
Yeah,
I, do you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
And here's the thing, and what I don't say anything because, you know, I'm moderators in other chats. I mod for Tom. You know,
Mm,
I don't people know me
yeah,
and my affiliation with him.
yeah.
So it's funny to me that like in front of me, they're like, fuck him just because he's him. And I'm like, and then they're like, but love everyone.
Yeah,
And I'm
saying
like,
it's the wrong crowd here. Yeah.
eh. But I don't say anything because I'm like, so I go on my shorts. I'm like, you
Yeah.
bitches.
If you're gonna say this, yeah, yeah, practice what you preach. You know what I mean?
That's
You should love everybody.
literally, that's what I say. And that's what we started with, where I don't care what you do, who you boink, who,
Yeah.
if you decide that you are a toaster today, I mean, right?
Every time you don't
Nobody
agree with him,
cares.
every time you don't agree with him or you don't care, just post a link to Tom McDonald's song, I Don't Care.
That's one of my favorite songs too.
That's the first one they ever reacted to.
Really?
Yeah, and
Because
that was
I
like, "Oh,
kept
this is a
trying to
brilliant
get
song."
people to react to that one, and it wasn't
Yeah,
like one of the most popular, but
that's the
it's one
first
of
one I was
my
given.
favorites ever.
Yeah, it is. Because it's very honest about himself. That's what I like about it, you know
And
what I
it's
mean?
the way that he does his cadence and in the
Yeah,
towards like the almost not the bridge, but a little bit before that, where he's like,
yeah.
"Ah, eh."
Eh. Yeah,
Whenever he
yeah.
stops, he does an A or an ah. I
Oh,
love
hey,
that.
oh, hey, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I know what I mean, yeah. It's a great
I need
song, it's
bed,
a really good
yeah,
song.
that kind of thing. That's
Yeah, it's at the beach.
I don't know where the fuck they were, but still,
The beach anyway.
I don't know where the hell they were.
Oh,
But
that was
this
my introduction, and I was hooked from the start of that.
see, that's how I found reactions. I actually was looking up Sound of Silence by Disturbed. I was
Yeah,
looking because I didn't use YouTube for music at all. Um, and then I happened to Google and I pulled up the video and I happened to see, I was like, what's this a reaction to this specific song?
yeah,
And I was like, huh? And then I saw, by the way, I found out about Tom back when he did White Boy. That song had just come out
yeah, yeah.
in like 2018. And that's how I discovered him. That was right when I was going through my divorce. So
That's
I
when
was
everyone was
very,
calling him racist, wasn't it? And that wasn't the point of the song.
I was silent because I turned off all my social medias. I moved to Texas in 2018, got my divorce, took me like a year to get it. So 2019. So I was going through a lot. And so
Yeah,
I just silently in the background. And then I found him then, but then when I saw the Sound of Silence by Disturbed, which by the way, the dance mix is like one of my most Cyril Sound of Silence remix is like epic.
is
Anyway,
it?
oh my god, it's fucking good. I play it on repeat. And I saw No Lives Matter. I hadn't seen that video yet from
Yeah,
Tom because like I said, I was in the middle of other things. And so I hadn't seen it yet, but I saw all these reactions. I'm like, what is a reaction? And I think the first one that I saw, if I'm not mistaken, I can't remember if it, I'm pretty sure it, it was either Cliff or I don't remember. I know Cliff was one of the first 2 or 3 videos ever of a reaction I've ever seen. He had just started the month before.
yeah.
He
He
had
started around
just
the same
started.
time as me, Cliff.
Yeah, he just started, and so that and then I got hooked, so I went through all of Tom's catalog with all the reactions I could find,
Yeah.
with all the reactors that went down that rabbit hole. That's how I got into reactions. Then I found Nova's server
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Discord. Tom, he created his Discord. I was there from day one, and it just kind of went from there. So that's my
Right.
origin story.
That's
But
good.
it's like that's how I got into it,
Mm.
was through this artist that I now consider a friend,
Yeah.
who people actively in front of my face shit on. But you know what? He's cooler than I am about it, because I'm like, I don't know why you're being such a hypocritical bitch.
It's
He
thick-skinned,
just
Tom.
ignores the shit out of people.
I know.
Like, and so I figure if he can ignore it, then I can,
Yeah.
right? But his community, and because of that foot in the door, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here talking to you because it started. That's where my
Where it
road
came from. Yeah.
forked, and I went down this path, and I've never looked back.
That's good though, because that's you're probably finding your way of the content you need to create by interviewing people, reactors, musicians, whatever. Do you know what I mean? And this could be part of your niche. And one day you might be surprised that one of these videos just blow up.
That'd be
Could
nice.
happen.
No, it wasn't. Not at all, Wallflower. Nope.
And like I say, like I got demonetized. Did you know about that? For 9 months.
No, I didn't know about that. Like, there
Because
was a point where a lot of people were getting demonetized.
But it was my fault. I didn't realize what I'd done. I uploaded a short of a lot of people like hurting themselves, like the like where they fall over or they try and do an acrobatic trick and they land on the
Like
neck or
epic
something.
fails, kind of.
That sort of thing. And
Yeah.
it was a short, and it was only like what, about 45 seconds long. It got 18 million views, and I got
Whoa.
35,000 subscribers from that short. And I was like, "Whoa, I'll put another one out." I got paid nearly $1,000 for that short on its own.
Damn.
And then another one came out and it was started blowing up again. And then it went, your YouTube channel can no longer be monetized. And I had to beg, steal, and borrow to get it back. 9 months my main channel was gone for.
Why?
Because it wasn't gone, it was like not monetized.
But why?
Because I didn't do any value to the content. But they didn't tell me that.
Oh.
I just uploaded it because I thought, like, it's funny. I like funny things. I uploaded it because it was funny. And then
Okay.
it got loads of views, so I thought, "Oh, that can be a little thing to help me grow my channel."
Yeah, I
And
get
then
it.
they like they say, they demonetized me. And it didn't tell me what I demonetized for, so I didn't know what it was because it was 2 months later. It
And
wasn't
yeah,
like
and
instant.
like,
And
they
then
didn't even strike you or anything. They just like poof.
he said, "Oh, you can no longer, don't qualify for monetization anymore." And there was just short of £2,000 in my AdSense. I thought, well, at least I've got that to fall back on. And then when it went to payday, it was on 33 quid because they took all the money from the main channel and the little bit of money from the other channels was 33 quid. I was like,
See,
"Are you having a laugh?"
that's some dusty shit they
Yeah.
pull.
They
That's
said,
some dirty ass shit.
and what they said was, when I said, "Hang on a minute, those people have watched my videos and they've watched the adverts, so the advertisers have had that advertisements. No, we've had to pay them back for false advertising." Hang on a minute. No, because if someone's bought some products from those advertisements on my channel, then
Yeah.
they've made some money. So you don't have to pay them back. That's just a bullshit excuse for
Yeah, it's a
you
lie.
to take the money back.
It's a lie. It's an
Oh, yeah.
absolute lie.
Oh, no.
I don't for 1 second, not 1 second, think that they're paying them back, because
Bollocks.
I'm so sorry we put your ad on this video with 18 million views. I'm sorry.
And it was a
No.
short, so the adverts ain't massively big on there anyway.
And
That
you'll
wasn't a
notice
long
that there's
form.
certain months of the year that they tend to go crazy. Like, they go through these, say, sweeping, like towards the end of the year
Yeah.
for fiscal end of year, and then also like sometimes around late spring.
Yeah, they got me in March.
Mm.
I
Is
got
that
it
late or
back.
early spring?
Got
I
it
don't
back in
remember.
January, the following January. After deleting a shitload of videos because he didn't tell me what it was.
And that's the thing. It's pretty sad. Like, they know that there's like no competition.
Yeah.
I have I have contacts at Rumble on the Rumble staff.
Mm.
I was talking to the head of content creator like relations. He's the head of that department with Cliff, and I were talking to him.
Okay.
So, but the problem is that we came up with a bunch of questions, but we just didn't get any answers. We didn't get the answers. We were looking for answers, and we didn't quite.
Never get them.
We never really got them because they're still in development. I get that. That's fine. They have this bad habit of zoning in on specific types of content. So they started with live streaming. Everything was live streaming and gaming.
Yeah.
And then it was like you could see all this political and stuff. That's because it made sense. And they were doing all these politics, and it was like people were
Oh, there's a
because they
lot of
couldn't.
demonetizations on politics.
Yeah, well, that's why. So they went
Just
over to
Jen.
Rumble. Yeah, oh, I know. Oh yeah, she's one of my good friends.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually,
She got
I need to text
done
her. Thanks for
proper.
reminding me.
Yeah,
We
she
went
got
to
done
Vegas
proper.
together. We went to Vegas together. We were gonna
Nice.
go. Yeah,
Nice.
she went to Vegas again this year, and so did I, but we went at different times.
Oh, fair play.
Yeah, but she went for her birthday, and she didn't. She was supposed to go to New Orleans, and she told me she's going to New Orleans, and then she turned around and went to Vegas. I'm like, bitch, listen. But anyway, so like they focused on these things, and then they're working on the Rumble Studio to try to be kind of in competition with like Restream, like this platform
Yeah.
is their intention, and that's fine. Then they didn't have any kind of advertising. And one of the problems was they couldn't sync your YouTube videos because there was a huge lawsuit between Rumble and Google.
Yeah.
There's this huge lawsuit going on. And then on top of that, so that's why you couldn't sync, but then they weren't paying at like revenue from views for older video. Like there was this whole thing where they before they started the ad process, all those videos pretty much no matter how many views they got were getting not paid.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so then they decide, okay, well now we're going to start doing ads, so it's only like going forward. And so anyway, it was very, very like confusing. And then they kept like honing in their focus on like every single aspect. One of the big ones, you can't have a team on Rumble. So like
What do you mean, team?
I'm an editor on Cliff's
Yeah.
channels, all of them.
Right, yeah.
Right. I'm a co-manager of the What's the Word podcast. And
Tell him he's lazy. He's got an editor.
What?
Tell him he's lazy if he's got an editor like you. Because I do my own shit.
No. I just chop them up.
Yeah, okay.
I literally just chop them up. It's not that hard. But we also it's to be honest, it helps me more than it helps him. So I'm an editor on his channel, right? And you can't do that on Rumble. So like I have ridiculously fast internet. I can upload his videos. Like he puts them on Google Drive. I can download and upload them in less than 3 minutes. It takes him hours and hours to upload to YouTube. That's just I don't know. It's his internet, and it's been a constant thing, but mine is like lightning speed.
He's probably tethering off his phone. That's how I started.
Well, I mean, he's probably putting it on his eyes something or another, and like
Yeah.
is what I'm guessing. I don't know, and I'm not gonna like I don't know, but the point is like I can't help him transition. I would be able to download his entire catalog in sections and re-upload to Rumble. I have unlimited data. I have stupid fast internet.
Yeah, me too.
But I can't access his channel because he can't give me like an editor or manager access. I would have to log in as him.
Yeah, I use his password.
And I don't like that. I don't like that. And I told him, I'm like, when is this going to change? Oh, it's on the list to be worked on. I'm like, until that changes, because a lot of people, if they're going to put their content, they're going to have a lot of content to transition over, and you can't sync it. So you need somebody like me to go in there and do all that for you. And I get paid. Don't get me wrong. I get paid, honey. I don't do it for free.
Doesn't Rumble own your videos though?
Well, so does YouTube, technically. Like an exclusive license type shit.
So how do you, if YouTube own your videos and you re-upload them to Rumble, then who owns the video?
I mean, technically, it's your intellectual property. That's why people really need to be a little bit more wary and aware of what they're signing up for when you give your video and you upload it somewhere.
Yeah.
You just so for example, in Discord, everything you put in Discord is no longer yours. They can take it, use it, download it, share
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is never yours. And there's no option on Discord to mass delete all of your stuff. It stays on the servers forever and ever. Amen.
Yeah.
And they actually will ban you if you try to go and delete everything you've ever posted. If they see
Really?
that high activity. Yeah, because some of them have bots where you can like go mass delete all of your stuff. They don't like that. And they'll just ban your account. But they won't delete your stuff. They'll ban your account, but all your stuff stays on their servers, all that data. So anything on Discord is not private, right? You
Right.
sign up on Rumble or YouTube, you're signing up for a license. So there's a
Yeah.
license for YouTube, and I'm kind of spitballing this a little.
Go on. Yeah.
Where YouTube is pushing your videos. So in order to push your videos and advertisers and do all of these things, they need to have the rights to do so. So in the fine print, and you can see it better on Rumble because it gives you multiple options side by side.
Right.
If you look at what it says on Rumble, it specifically says exclusively managed by Rumble. Like there's like 3 options.
Right.
YouTube has the same vibe. Like I don't know if it's possible to change that licensing to keep like YouTube you can't, because the whole point is like, well, I need access like a management company to push your videos within the algorithm. So
Yeah.
everyone's like, "Oh, okay." But then on the flip side, duplicating the content on Rumble, I mean, unless your videos are doing insane numbers, I don't think anyone cares. But some of these big creators, it makes me wonder, could YouTube sue them for putting that video onto, or vice versa?
If you deleted it first, I suppose that wouldn't be a problem, would it?
Well, no one's going to. People have their YouTube and their Rumble most of the time, unless they've been like banned from YouTube.
I mean, YouTube say that if you do a short, you can't post it on TikTok.
Yeah, well, and that's the other thing is a lot of people were making the big mistake of leaving the tag at the end of like a TikTok on
I
their
had to delete a load
videos.
of them. I was guilty of that. I
Yeah, and
screen recorded him.
because the thing is that people they don't. The goal of
Advertising.
every platform is to keep you on their app.
Yeah.
Because they're assuming everybody's watching on an app, right? So they want to keep you on their app as long as possible. So every time that you do something suggesting that they leave this app and go somewhere else, YouTube kind of knocks you down the algorithm. They
Yeah.
don't like that. You go on TikTok live and you say Twitch, they can shut your live down.
Just for saying Twitch.
That's why you see a lot of gamers that game on and they'll stream to both TikTok and Twitch and they'll say the purple app.
Oh, so yeah, don't get picked up. Keywords.
Yeah. Yeah, because they don't want people to come on to get off of, because they do all of their giveaways. For example, like, someone that I watch does that. And they don't want to get off of TikTok live to go onto Twitch to do the giveaways. They want people to stay on their app.
Yeah.
Because their app is their app, and the more time they can get you to stay on their app, the more information they get, the more data they get, the more algorithm, blah, 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 blah. So what I'm saying is people don't understand that if you have a tag from another platform, like whenever I upload to TikTok, it gives me a second little video, which has that at the end of it. I don't want that. I use the first video that I uploaded to TikTok to put onto Instagram and YouTube.
Yeah, you
I
got
put
it.
the same video, but I don't. If I pick the wrong one, it would make that little sound at the end.
Yeah.
With the little,
The blum?
so, yeah, some people get away with it, and that's bully for them. But what happens is YouTube will go sweep through all of your videos at a later time and decide, well, you know what? We really don't like that people are doing this. So every time they won't put it in the
Demonetized.
algorithm to hear that sound from TikTok. And the moment they hear it, they flag your video.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, you have all of these issues and they will knock you out of the algorithm. They will knock you down. I learned that if you smoke, I didn't know this. I knew that they didn't like people smoking.
Yeah,
If you
I've heard that before.
smoke on Instagram, you can't do it on TikTok Live. They will shut your live down. If you smoke like a cigarette, like I would have one in my hand, but I wouldn't be smoking it. Sometimes I would, but on a short, and they would flag it for inappropriate content.
Oh, but limited.
No, they would. Well, I mean, they would flag it, so we're not going to show your short to anybody.
Oh God.
The picture, my profile picture that's on TikTok, they're like, that's too sexual. I'm like, I'm wearing all of my clothes. I
Yeah.
just am sitting back like this. It's the look on my face. Like, I don't think that should count. But they're like, no, we're never going to recommend your Facebook cat page because your profile is inappropriate. I'm like, I have all my like it's basically like this. I'm wearing a jacket
Yeah.
and like a tank top, and I'm leaning against the wall like that. That's it. And somehow I am super over sexualized. But yeah, they'll start limiting stuff. People don't realize that they sit there and they smoke, or for example, there's somebody who would go on the Call Me Crazy podcast with me and Cliff, and he would chain smoke. And it's like, can you not, for the amount of time that you're on
duration.
video with us, could you just like not? Because you're getting my content pushed down because that's just who I. Okay, well then don't call.
Blur him out on the editing.
Well, no, I wasn't editing. We were doing it live.
Fair play.
So it's like here, and people were like coming into the queue and stuff. We stopped that. I don't know if Call Me Crazy is going to come back. People abuse the shit out of it, so I know I was pissed off. So when you have a format and then everybody like takes, hey, call in and talk to us, ask a question, bring up a topic, and they come in and all it is like, well, hello, this is my
yeah.
And they're like, so, and you're like, hi. So what do you think of Eminem? Cliff, what do you think of Eminem? Everybody, Cliff, what do you think of Eminem? Or they'll be like, well, you know, and they would start into this novel about themselves. And it's like, is there a question in here?
Yeah. It's just be a Q&A.
And they'd be like, I'm going to read a poem. Okay. Or they'd be like, hi, how are you? So what does Cliff think about Eminem?
Yeah, nothing to do with you.
Yeah, like I said, people hold you too hostage. Exactly. So like when people kind of like abuse it and end up hurting your content, wasting your time.
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
I don't like wasting people's time because you can't get it back.
No. And it's like, that's the whole thing with the, like, when people start saying to you, you're only doing this video for clicks. You're only doing this video for that. It's like, listen, mate, I'm recording it, I'm editing it, and then I'm uploading it, and I'm doing all the faffing about. It could take me an hour per video. So basically, I'm getting paid for my time. I'm working. You know what I mean? And they don't get it. You're doing it for free. It's free. You get to watch it for free.
Yep.
It's not that I'm doing it for free. You get to watch it for free. And it's like, you should be grateful that you're not having to pay a subscription for it.
No, exactly. And if you do ever have some kind of, cover charge of any sort, they lose their minds.
I won't do members. Minds. I won't do members only.
I have members.
Yeah.
I have members because want to know why?
Go on.
Because I decided that, you know what? I know that my people support me. I appreciate the views, my core people and things like that. That put up with me and have put up with me for years. If I don't get donation, I 90% of the time I don't get donations. Like I don't get any of that.
I don't get donations either.
But so like I get paid nothing. I'm not monetized. I get paid nothing. So if you would like to support so that maybe I can offset the cost of some of my editing software, I have my memberships, and there are certain people I every 3 to 4 months I get $100 total. 3 to 4 months I get $100 from memberships because of my people. And that's it. And I don't push it that hard. I don't tell people they have to. I do put some videos sometimes, maybe shorts that I cut down to a smaller size, but I put the full one up there for the members. sometimes I take a live that I like, I just didn't enjoy that as much, but I'll put it under the members, so it's not on the main channel.
Yeah.
I'll give them exclusive messages like, "Hey guys, I just wanna tell you, I appreciate you," that kinda stuff.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But that's it. They know that it's literally they're just there to support me and, like, maybe help me out, just, help a girl out a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not against members.
Mhm.
What I feel, I mean, small channels and people who are struggling, like, at the bottom of the YouTube chart, if you like, yeah, you do what you can to make what sort of money you want, right? The way I see my content is because I'm already like I say, I've got a few channels and I'm making a decent amount of money now. So I don't need to go into making extra content. I don't need to put the members in. I just give it them all because when the channel gets bigger, I feel like if you put members only, people are going like, oh, "Hang on a minute, why do I have to pay for this one now?" Do you know what I mean? And that I don't want to do that. That's my thing.
Yeah, I
You know
get
what I
it.
mean? Yeah, and but when it's a smaller creator like yourself, yeah, absolutely. Do it, and do it, and do it until the wheels fall off. Because you need to, you're not getting paid for your time at the minute. I am. Do you
Yeah,
know what I mean?
exactly.
And
That's
that's
how
the
I feel
difference.
about it a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, I suppose I get me members, if you like, in Patreon.
Oh, see,
So
I don't have any Patreon or anything of that
no.
nature. I
So
don't have any of that.
I didn't have Patreon at first. At first, it was like I'll do a behind the scenes, or I'll do. And then I can't be bothered recording these extra behind the scenes videos. So what I'll do is I'll just do them 3 requests for £5. No one's going to do it, and then made the mistake. So then I
Oops.
narrowed it down to 15. The maximum I can make on Patreon a month is 150 if all the slots get filled. They never get filled. So it's, I get a select few people saying like, I want this request. And if it gets blocked for 30 days, like you Ed Sheeran, I'll upload that reaction to Patreon so they can watch it before it gets unblocked in 30 days. Do you know what I mean? That's what I do. That's the only thing I do membership wise, which is the Patreon request. I don't need to do the members stuff.
No, I get that. I do.
Yeah,
And I don't think I'll let it go at some point because, here's my thing. If people want to support me in that way and they can, I'm
yeah,
not going to tell them no.
mm,
Do you know what I'm saying? Because
yeah,
I don't do transaction, like I don't do any of that. And so
yeah,
I'm not monetized. But even if I was monetized, if people want to
yeah,
sign up to have the cool emoji next to their name and like be a member just because they want to support me like that, they
yeah.
can. If they wanna
That's
feel
it.
special because 'cause they're part of that, that's okay. I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
And I probably will keep it go I won't ever turn that off. I'll just leave it that way.
yeah. Do it.
You
I
know what I
mean,
mean?
when I
I just
live
am not I
stream,
can't make extra I can barely make the content I make now. Thank you,
yeah,
Zach, by the way. I really appreciate you. That was very kind of
good
you.
man. The way I see it, I mean, I when I do my videos, you'll never hear me say, if you want to donate, do it. If you want to do this, do it. I never write it in the comments. I never write it in the thing. If people do it, they just do it. I never ask for it. Same as the Patreon. I never say like, um, you can get a reaction of your own for 10 quid in the video.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I just say, if you want to support, the links are in the description, and I just say support. The links are in the description. That's it. You know what I mean? I don't even say half the time, subscribe. I have a graphic that comes on halfway through the video.
Yeah.
And because I feel like the content that I make, if you like it, you'll subscribe. If you don't, you don't. I don't want to ram it down the throat. And a lot of people put like little adverts in between of their own, saying, "Oh, hey, are you liking this video?" And I think, fucking hell, I just want to watch the video. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
No, I
And
get
and at
that.
the end, I'll say, if you like this video, then hit the like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. And that's what I say right at the end. It's for the people who stayed at the end. I don't ram it down the throat at the beginning. I used to at the start because that's what people advised me to do. I was like, I don't like these intros. They're too long and people are skipping them.
Well, intros
So
used to be a thing, and now
yeah,
intros went out the window like a year and a half ago.
yeah,
I had As the Structure Fails actually wrote, composed, and performed and sent me an intro that they made themselves. It's
mm,
custom.
yeah,
It's like they made a song for me. It's like
cool.
11 seconds long, which is all I need, or it's 15 seconds long, but
Yeah,
that's all I needed. And that means the world to me. They literally made a song for me.
mm,
that no one else
That's
has. It's
brilliant.
mine. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the thing. Like, I remember there was somebody, I'm not gonna name names, it doesn't matter. There's somebody
Mm.
who had an intro where like they flew through a town and it took like 45, 50 seconds to get through it. I'm like,
Skip.
stop. And they would premiere everything. So then you had the holding time for the premiere video. Then you
Mm.
would have this long ass intro. And then you would have their whole intro
Nonsense.
where they're talking. And then
Nonsense.
eventually you get, I'm like, oh my goodness gracious. Now I do talk at the beginning because I'm dumb.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't have
I
like a
talk at the beginning. Yeah.
like in where I get right into it. I'm like, so this is why I'm doing this, and this
Yeah.
is who it is, and this is what I know about them, and then okay, like that's what I do, and it's
Yeah. Yeah.
totally awkward because if it wasn't a little bit ratchet, it wouldn't be me, right?
That's because you're not well rehearsed into doing reactions. That's all that is.
I don't, and here's the thing: I know people have their catchphrases. I don't care.
I don't have a catchphrase.
Well, you know how people like every time they do this, they do
Yeah.
this, and they do this at the end, and I'm like,
Yeah. I
I'm
mean,
just like,
Cliff's got
oh,
a catchphrase, hasn't he? No
everybody
script,
does,
stop the rip.
and
You
so
know what I
does
mean?
Truth's got one.
Yeah, and
Team
Riker
Scream, you know
Road.
what it is.
Yeah.
Live reactions on Saturday, something y'all gotta you and your big four-headed ass grandma
Yeah.
gotta deal with. Whatever the
Black
case may be.
Pegasus has his song, his
Mhm.
Boys Are Back in
The
Town song.
boys are back in town.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I have nothing, right? But going back to like you're saying, supporting your roots, supporting your locals. My intro music for my little 5-second clip that comes on in between me intro and the reaction is a local band of my friends on 2 channels. Two different intros are the same band, but 2 different songs are theirs. You know what I mean?
Nice.
That's my in. Do you know what I mean? It's a lot of people. Do you know what's weird about round my way? I've got 13,000 followers on TikTok, and I've got nearly 200,000 on YouTube. And people pull me up more for TikTok. I seen you on TikTok. I seen you on TikTok. I've only been asked about YouTube once in 5 years.
That's crazy.
But TikTok is every other week. I've seen you on TikTok. You know what I mean?
I
It's like,
I see, I wouldn't recognize, and this is the honest truth. I wouldn't recognize anyone from TikTok. The reason being, I adamantly do not scroll. I don't scroll social media ever.
not much.
So I post and I ghost. I
Yeah.
go in, like if I go into my TikTok right now, it might show me the main feed only because it's been a minute since I logged in. I go straight to the notifications
Yeah.
and the views. That's it. And
Yeah.
then I back out and I go and I back out. Instagram I use for instant messaging, basically for
Yeah.
DMs. And I don't scroll. If it's at the very top of my feed, I see it
Yeah.
because I open up the app and it's right there. And I'm like, oh, and explaining the universe and stuff like that is the ones that I look at the most. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I scroll through like sideways through a couple of the carousel pictures.
Yeah.
And then I go to my messages and that's it. Or go to my notifications. That's it. I don't scroll. I
Yeah.
don't watch reels. I don't watch YouTube unless my mom sends me them and then I have to. But I don't watch YouTube shorts. I don't do any of that. So I would never people are like, "Oh my god, they're so big on TikTok." I'm like, I don't know what I that doesn't mean I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know any of the, oh, they're a TikToker. I didn't even know that was a thing. I thought
Suddenly,
I thought like everybody put their stuff on TikTok. Are there like exclusive people that like are the elite TikToky club? I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like I just don't know.
yeah.
So to me, that would shock me because I would think if anyone were to recognize anything to do with me, it would be through my
YouTube.
affiliations with other people on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Or I would recognize people on YouTube. I wouldn't recognize people from any other app.
Yeah. Yeah.
Period.
I mean, in TikTok, you've got a lot of people eating food, and oh, let's review this Mars bar. It's like, what?
Why?
You know what I mean? It's like this. There's one guy. He goes, "Oh, I'm going around the country to see what the country's best cheeseburger is, and stuff like that." You know what I mean? Trying it from different places, and I'm like, and people are like watching this sort of stuff, and I'm like,
So they go through all of that traveling to get how long is the video?
I mean, it could be 45 seconds to a minute. It's like they're never long, and it's like it's you're paying for that food, and TikTok doesn't pay well.
I'm
TikTok does
just
not
I
pay
just the
well.
confusion on my face is real. Like,
Yeah.
that's a lot of money to put into 45 s that's another thing I say on mine all the time. Can we stop this? I tell everyone, I'm like, "Every you guys, everything is curated. From what's behind us, the lighting, everything is done with a purpose. The way that we move, the way that
Yep.
we know what we look like. We know what it the angles that we have, and we know what we're saying and we know how to express ourselves and how our voices will sound and the tone we want to have. But then you have that next level where everything's curated. Like, you can't eat without it being a setup. These people
Oh,
make
yeah,
these
yeah.
elaborate reels for 15 seconds,
Yeah.
45 seconds. I sit there and I have my phone and I'm like, what? Fuck this. But
Yeah.
they make entire sets. They bring people in to dance around with them. They set it up in multiple locations. They have to edit it all together.
Yeah.
Bitch, it takes me 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Don't play with me. I record it. It has to be
Yeah.
under 60 seconds. I slap captions on it, make sure that I don't look like it doesn't completely screw up what I said, and I post it.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. Yeah. You mean
That's
like
it.
I don't mind these people like with the food if they're teaching you how to cook something or to make something that you've never tried before. They're useful them because they're recipes. But these people who go, today I'm at Frankie and Benny's and I'm going to be eating meatballs. Let's see how they taste. It's like what the fuck? Do you
Can
know what I
you
mean?
I'm lucky that I'm a hermit. I have yet except when I was in Vegas, they did it all the time. But I have never, like, run into somebody making a reel except in
Yeah, like
Vegas,
walking around with a phone. Like,
where they're like, I'm just, like, going to go pick up my order, and at, like, Little Caesars, like, "I'm at Little Caesars," and then someone, like, tries to, like, pull a prank, and they're like, "Oh my god."
oh, them pranks are so fake.
And then people, what there's a recent one I talked about, and people are like, "Oh my god, what are you talking about?" There's this trend that was about a couple weeks ago, was really big, where the man would, in front of have his wife standing there and go, "Well, this is my current wife," and she's like, "Bitch, what do you mean
Yeah.
current?" Like, and she'd, like, throw down, and it was so fucking fake. It was so staged. It was so staged. I'm like, and I said, how do you guys not notice that this is staged?"
Yeah.
They're like, one karate chopped his neck, but she was standing there pregnant and he's like, had the camera. Like,
Yeah.
she didn't just like throw hands and he just happened to record it.
I know.
That's not how like that type of relationship works.
Yeah. Like the cameras. Who's the
But I'm
cameraman?
But I was
It's
like, there's this trend, I said, and it's so fake. I said, and they get millions of views, and it really, I'm just so tired of staged,
crap.
curated bullshit.
I
Like,
mean, I don't mind watching people eat the hottest chip challenge thing.
I
That's
hate
funny.
that. I hate it.
But I
Nick
love
did that
watching
once, I
people.
wouldn't watch it.
Do you know what I mean? I love watching people die. You know what I mean? It's
My
funny.
mom thinks that stuff's funny too. Like, I like fart videos, though. Those are fun sometimes.
Fun
Like,
dogs.
like that guy who like does the farting on people in Walmart,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
and he's like,
Wears a green suit.
and they're like, yeah, but those people are funny, and, like, Bushman is funny when he
Yeah,
jumps out and scares people,
yeah.
for a little while. But, like, the eating, I just don't care.
Yeah,
But remember, I don't scroll, so I
yeah.
never see anything. So maybe there's something out there that I would love to watch. I just don't know about it because I don't have if I'm on my phone, I'm reading a book.
Alright, okay.
Like, I read many books a day, like 2, 3, or 4 books, depending on how interested I am.
Wow. You're the polar opposite of me. I can't stand reading
I love it.
at all.
Absolutely love it. See,
Even
I don't like fart sprays. I don't like the fart sprays because to me, it's just too much, and I'm sorry, but most of those are staged as well.
Yeah.
Most of those are staged as well. The ones that aren't as staged are the ones where they get, like, in Walmart where the lady's walking by with her cart and they do the little and she's like,
Yeah.
"Excuse you." You know, I'm like, I just picture, like, someone's grandma being all pissed off, like, "You get nerve of these fucking people in here." You know? Or when they start giggling or it's makes surprises them, they give them a dirty
Yeah.
look, like, I like that stuff, sort of. But, yeah, see, the fart sprays and the blow up T-Rex, I don't think to me, that's not funny. I don't think that's funny at all.
Fat in a T-Rex costume.
Yeah, but the thing is that I don't know if any have you guys ever had, like, in a confined space, had fart spray sprayed at you? Because it's a thing, and I've been in proximity of, like, stink bombs and stuff. Remember the little
Stink bomb.
capsules that you
Yeah, the
would
little
crunch?
oh god, yeah, the little glass
I've been, like, right
vials.
on top of one of those, and that shit hurts.
Yeah.
It makes you, like, wanna throw up, and to me, that's not funny. I don't think that's funny. I get that people do. I'm not mad about it. I would
Only
rather
watching somebody else get done like that.
I don't see,
But
that's the thing is I eh.
do you relate to it and go, "Ah, that's not funny."
No, I'm more like this is literally I'm like, "Okay, I don't
Is that it?
care.
Is that
I
it?
just don't care."
There's a lot of there's a lot
I
of
like how they're like, "It's fucking" I'm sure it is hilarious. My mom thinks she sends me so many damn they're always like the weird people dancing in the middle of a crowd. She'll send me those, like the ones that we've all seen, and she sends me all these pet videos
yeah,
that are compilations of the same pets cut up in a different order. You know what I mean?
dog
Like,
videos.
over time, we've seen them all, and I'm like the cats, they like, "Eh," and you're like, "Oh, that's funny."
Yeah, the cucumbers and the cats.
But, like, the people the same videos where, where you see people and they put the, like, and it's like,
Yeah,
"Okay,
yeah.
that sucks." Like, that would suck. Or the guy who drinks the sour she trades his drink out. Do you know how mad I would be if somebody did that to me? I'd be so angry. I would destroy my children. I would ground them for life. Like, you don't fuck with my food.
Yeah.
Don't fuck with my food, and don't, like, record me when I'm not expecting it. Those are my
Oh.
2 big rules. No, seriously, like, don't, like, record me, like, being weird or something. I don't like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, a lot you see
Yeah,
'em
see,
a lot
that's
of
not
people recording
funny.
celebrities, and then some of them get pissed off with it. You know what I mean? It's like, "You didn't ask my permission for that." You see it on the video as well. I think the last one I saw of them was John Cena, and he's gone up to him in a cafe, and he's like, "Listen, mate, I've not give you permission to do that. You've just been very rude and come up to me with a camera." But he can't react in an aggressive way because now he's being filmed. So he has to be very polite, even though he's big eyed John Cena, you know what I mean? He has to say, you didn't have my no, you just wanted a quick clip of me to go viral on YouTube, TikTok, sorry." I said, "But no, have a good day. I'm going. But you didn't ask my permission." You know what I mean? Everyone's on Big Brother these days. Everyone's
Yeah,
being watched no matter where they are. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Take me back to the 90s.
Yes. Where, you did stupid shit and you could kinda,
Nobody
like,
got it.
sweep that under the rug. Like, you just kinda take a broom and, like, just take the rug and you're like, "Okay,
Yeah.
we're just gonna put that right up under there."
And if they did
Hands
record
down,
it, the
no.
phone was shit enough that it wouldn't get a good recording.
And see, my thing is, like, when I was a child and stuff, we didn't record like, a lot of people have, like, home videos. I didn't have home videos. We didn't have, like,
No,
a
me
video
neither.
camera for when I was growing up. And so, we didn't have any of that until we started taking a bunch of pictures and, then we had webcams and stuff, and that was about it.
Yeah,
I hated being recorded. I was always but see, I was married for 14 years and in hell.
yeah.
And so I didn't wanna he would, like, set me up and, like, piss me off, like, for 4 hours, he would, like, berate me until I would finally be like, "I can't fucking take it." And he's like, "You're a crazy bitch. See, I recorded it."
That's
He would wait
narcissism, that.
yeah, it's a whole thing, but that's why I have some of that content on my channel
Oh, do you?
because I do about narcissists and,
Yeah, because they
some ways that
push
you
you till
can
you blow, so it's your fault.
ways to cope. There's one
Yeah,
that's called, like I don't even know what it's called anymore, but there's shorts on it, and there's, a whole live stream I did. There's a video that there's a narcissist who actually does content mental illness. He's
yeah.
awesome.
I can't
He's a
stand narcissistic people, me.
well, he is he knows he's a narcissist and he's been getting help for years, and he tries to help people understand how narcissists
Oh,
think.
okay.
So if you ever, his name is Lee Hammond. It goes by Mental Healness on all platforms. You should
Right.
watch it. His content's actually pretty fire. Like, I would sit and watch that. And then I also have one where I'm like, look, this is my advice. If you are a family member or someone who's in this situation, is not ready to leave yet, or if you're in the situation, you need some coping skills, this is what my advice that worked for me. If you are safe to do
Right.
so, this is what you should try. And I have that content on my channel because it means everything to me.
And if it helps one person, you know, it's been a worthwhile trade.
That's exactly it. And I say that all the time. I'm like, if one person finds hope or finds a way to cope or deal or gets through and ends up on the other side,
Yeah.
and I helped in any way, worth it. Worth it.
That's
Worth
why I said
hours
it.
of
Yeah.
editing and building a channel so that maybe those videos will reach the right person. I will do 8,000 reactions if that guarantees that those videos reach who they need to.
Yeah.
I would do it in a heart sell out in a heartbeat. Damn right.
That's why I said before, it doesn't matter if you only get 4 views on a video, as
That's
long
true.
as it's one person's getting help from that video. If it's that type of video, I mean, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's all about, you know, someone's struggling, they only need to see a video that'll change their life once.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying, and that, you know, change your mindset, change the way of looking at something. You know, it's one video with one view could do that.
No, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not here for views on those. I don't care.
Yeah,
All I care about is that they are there in the world just in
somebody
case.
needs it.
And sometimes I think of more tags to add to them just in case, because
Mm,
maybe it'll hit. I'm not looking for it to hit the algorithm. I'm looking for, if someone is searching for some of these phrases or terms, that maybe mine might pop up and say, look, I've been there.
yeah.
I'm on the other side of it.
Mm.
I spent 14 years in hell and I got on the other side. I took my kids and ran. I
Well
lost
done, you.
everything. You know what I mean? And so, but I now look at me. Look at me. You
Doing what
know?
you wanna do.
Exactly. I live my life. I'm a hermit. I'm happy. I'm happy in my happy little
Yeah,
Hermitville over here.
yeah.
I'm happy in my
No
little
one
city
telling you what
side.
to do, no one making you feel bad, no one making you blow up.
And that's the thing, is like narcissists are, they're evil. They are evil, and I understand. So on one hand, you can say and it is a mental illness. It is, they just don't get diagnosed because they think that they don't think anything's wrong with them, so they don't get seen.
They don't see it half the time. They
Yeah,
don't
they
see what
don't
they're
know.
doing.
They actually believe everything that they're saying. It's like a delusional reality.
You're telling me.
They literally believe every fucking stupid ass lie bullshit that comes out of their mouth. They could literally say that this is not blue, this is, neon yellow,
Yeah,
this. And you're like, no, it's super blue. And they're like, it's yellow, and you're just trying to argue with me because you don't agree with me, and you're a fucking idiot, and you just shut the fuck up because all you do is argue with me. And all of a sudden it's this big thing, and it's like, dude, I just said it was blue. Like, I
yeah,
don't know what the fucking problem is. But to have somebody say that, look, this is not okay. I've been through it. I got through it. I made
yeah,
it, and you can too. And it's okay if you're not ready. It's okay because it takes a minute.
yeah.
You're
You gotta
locked in
heal
deep.
yourself. You gotta heal
Yeah,
yourself.
you got to be ready to go. Like, because
Yeah.
they'll just, right back in. You
Oh,
got
of
to be
course.
ready, and there's
Yeah.
tips and tricks to get yourself ready if you think that's what the direction you're headed. And that's what some of my content is for,
Mm,
is to kind of give some insight from my perspective as to what I saw, what worked for me, what I've worked with other people on, and might not work for them, but I just want them to know that they are loved, they are
yeah,
valid, and it's okay.
yeah, yeah.
And if
It's
they
meant
can't get
yeah,
out because it's not safe, that's fine too. Just know that when you are, you will have people around. And if nobody else is
yeah.
there for them, they can contact me. That's fine.
It depends how severe their, situation is. I mean,
Yeah.
some of them are just doing it for, like, shit flinging. But some of them, if they don't get what they want and not satisfying their ego, then they can turn to violence or, you know.
Those are called overt malignant narcissists. That's what my ex was. There were drugs involved, like, methamphetamine and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and then of course weed, and then and liquor and all that stuff. So and then he went pills. He was all into pills and things like that.
Yeah.
So there was a lot of that involved, as well as he was violent. He went.
Yeah.
I put him in jail for attempted murder. So
Jesus
if
Christ.
that tells you anything, so he was violent, very violent, isolationist, and all that. So those are the ones to be careful around.
Yeah.
It's just more the thing is one, and I say this too in a lot of my content is you guys, like, when it comes to narcissism and people that are narcissistic, that you can't change them.
Oh no.
You cannot change a narcissist. My best advice, first and foremost, run. If it is safe to do so,
Yeah.
fucking run.
Mm.
You're not going to change them. They're not going to make it work. If they haven't already, if they go to therapy, they're going to need years before they're at a point where
Yeah.
they could even be in a relationship.
And the mask always slips.
Functional. Yeah.
The mask
And
always
like
slips.
this guy, mental healing, he straight up says, he talks about all the, and I'm telling you, his stuff's amazing. He went through the 9 characteristics, and you have to have 5 to be considered a narcissist. And he went through all of that, how his brain works and what he thinks. But my first and foremost advice is run. You will never change them. It will never be different. We all think it's a romance novel. We all think
Yeah.
that, we can, the rogue, that is the ladies' man, is going to turn into our knight in shining armor at the end and realize that we are worth everything. Nope, ain't gonna happen. And once you come to terms with that, and you're safe to leave, make a plan to get the fuck out of Dodge.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's simple.
Absolutely.
It's that simple. It's just hard depending on the situation, but it's literally that simple. And I know people are like, it's not that simple. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is. You're not going to change them. Nothing's going to change. It's not going to get better. It's only going to get worse. So you need to get a plan, and you need to get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Save
That's-
yourself, save your
yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
Whether you're the
Absolutely.
man or the woman. I'm not talking about just women. I'm talking
Oh,
about
no.
men and women.
Yeah. There's definitely
clarifying
women
that.
as well as men. I know.
I'm just clarifying that because I know as a female, a lot of people assume I'm just talking about those fucking men, No, there's some fucking narcissistic, fucking nasty bitches that just,
well, people.
I can go after them.
Yeah.
I'm a woman too.
Yeah.
I will sit on you. Don't think I will pin
Some
your
might
ass.
like it. Some might like it.
They might. I don't know. Ew. I'll just set them up with my ex.
There you go.
That serves them both right.
2 time bombs together.
Good luck with that. But no, I do have content like that, and I'm not a huge big on mental health though, at all.
Right.
Like I think that we overdiagnose the shit out of people, and it's annoying.
I do.
I think that a diagnosis shouldn't be something to brag about. And I think that your identity shouldn't be your diagnosis. I think that is a part of who you are and helps explain who you are, but is not your defining character. Like, I am a brunette, and that defines me as a person. That's not how that works.
Yeah. Yeah.
I understand it shapes the way you see the world. It just irritates me. So I don't do mental health because people assume, well, I am on the spectrum and I have anxiety and depression, and I'm supposed to go, okay, well, whatever you want, I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. No, I'm like, and
Yeah. Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
And people don't like that. They get mad.
People get overdiagnosed with autism, with ADHD, with all those types of things. When they can't find out what's wrong with you, they say you've got this. It's the same as that fibromyalgia. They say they've got that when they can't find out what's up with you. Oh, you've got that then. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, do some proper fucking studies.
No, I agree. I don't think a diagnosis is an excuse to behave some type of way.
Oh,
so
no.
like if you are an anxious person, that doesn't mean you get to walk into a room and be an asshole to people because, well, I have anxiety.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah.
You don't get to like shit on other people because you're depressed. If you're autistic to the point of not being able to interact with public, then stay the fuck out of the public.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you shouldn't be allowed to be in public. I'm saying if you can't fucking handle it,
take yourself out of the situation.
Take yourself out of the situation. It's not my fault you can't handle it.
Facts.
If I'm losing my shit and I'm being a bitch, it is not your fault that I'm being a bitch. That is my I'm in control of my emotions and how I emote to the world. And if I'm in a public setting or talking to someone and I decide that I'm going to behave some type of way, I need to fucking own it.
Yeah.
It's my choice to get all riled up. It's my choice, right? Just like it's your choice how you behave. We're grown ass adults.
Absolutely.
If I cannot control myself, I shouldn't be around other people. And it's nobody else's fault I act the way I act. And I think that should be the minimum to interacting with other people, especially like on social media.
Yeah.
You've got all like the raging psychos, keyboard warriors, and it's like, you know, it is nobody spanked you as a kid.
Yeah.
You know, nobody took your toys away when you didn't do what you're supposed to. Nobody made you clean your room, and now you're over here on your keyboard throwing tantrums because you don't like my MGK is the best artist in the whole wide world. Like
Tom McDonald, Tom McDonald, Tom
nobody
McDonald.
cares. Like nobody cares. I'm just saying, people have lost control, and that's why I don't do well with mental health, because people assume that if they say, they throw it at you, they're like, I have this, and you're like,
going back to what I said before about people forcing their issues on you, or forcing their religion, or forcing their mental health onto you. I don't mind standing there helping someone if they want the help, but if they're going to constantly bicker at you or just like keep trying to knock you down, it's like, oh, hang on a minute, enough's enough. You know what I mean? You might be anxious, you might be depressed, but you're not dragging me down with you as well. You know what I mean? That's the way I see it.
No, I completely agree, because as people's channels get larger, they tend to get more of the people latch onto them. They latch onto them pretty hardcore, and there's like this random ass expectation of what you owe people because of who you are and what you do. So like you make videos, so you owe people videos, and you owe the videos that they want. Because why? Because they said so. And it's like,
that's what I say.
Not
Fuck
how
off.
that works. That's not how it works. But they don't understand, and then they don't have the discipline or the consequences to handle it properly, to take no for an answer.
Yeah.
So they just rage out, and they dislike every one of your videos, and or every time you post a video, they hit the dislike button. You know, we all have a couple of those.
It's still an interaction.
I don't like you. Oh my God.
An interaction. It's still pushing the algorithm. It's just tell them that they're helping you. That's what I do.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think every creator, like if they know they've had an actual impact on someone in a positive way, that's kind of what we live for.
Yeah, I love hearing stories like that. I did a short about that. I said like, what, every now and again you get a comment that hits you right here, and then I made a YouTube short about it. You know what I mean? And it's good to give back like that as well. That's what I think. You know, it's you got to use your platform, obviously, for doing what you're doing, but like them little moments, like you say, the small wins. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's good to see people appreciate what you do. So you, like you say, give them the
agree.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's fantastic.
I'm just so proud of you. You're doing so well, and like I said, we've known each other for a little while. You know, I think I remember I started watching you way before. I remember, was it Knox Hill had a competition for who did the best reaction. Skulls is one of my best friends.
Yeah.
So it was funny because I'm like, this motherfucker right here. I was trying to help him get forward, and all of those, we got him pretty high up there.
Yeah.
But you just blew him out of the water. But that's fine. Yeah. He who's chosen or whatever.
It comes second, didn't it? Didn't it come second?
Yeah, but you like, I think he won like the vote, but Knox picked you.
Yeah.
Is how it worked. And I was
made
like,
him
that's
laugh.
so bullshit.
I made him laugh.
I know, but I'm like, I campaigned. But anyway, Skulls was like my best friend. We used to do this podcast together when I first started. So he was my co-host, and he helps me with rap competitions.
Okay.
But it's been that long. That's what I'm saying. Right. It's been that long.
About 3 years ago, that, isn't it? Something like that.
Yeah. So it's been that long since I've been paying attention to what you've been doing. I've been kind of lurking behind. I keep an eye out. I keep an eye on things. But like, I knew that you were growing into multiple channels. I knew that you were expanding what you were reacting to. And I love your no fucks given type of attitude. Like,
I'm straight.
without being able to put it any other way but this, I literally love that. Like when it comes to
Yeah.
people that I consider good people, the ones who are like, I am more interested in being myself. Like that's the ultimate goal because
Yeah.
there are people out there that will appreciate and respect it. And I respect the shit out of you for that. And anyone
Thank you.
else that's like that. Like that.
Likewise.
Thank you. And like that's how I know that those are my people. Like that's how
Mm.
we live our lives. We don't have to go
Yeah.
out of our way because it just comes naturally because we're just kind
Yeah.
of assholes.
If you start your YouTube channel and you start with a persona, you've got to keep that up,
Mm.
and it'll slip. Just be who you are. If people like you, they like you. If they don't, then they don't. But be straight. That's all
No,
I do. You know what I mean? If I don't like a song, I say I don't like it. If I've heard it before, I go, I know what this is. Just didn't recognize the title. Do you know what I mean? And stuff like people say, "Oh, you're from England. You must have heard of that band. That band was dead big then." I said, "Hang on a
it's
minute.
not how that
At
works.
that when I at that time in my life, I was climbing trees,
Exactly.
and there was no internet. You've got everything readily available now. In the 80s and 90s, well, the 90s just about got dial up, and it was like we didn't have internet. We had 5 channels on the TV.
Mhm.
So you think I'm going to sit there listening to an American band on what? I've not got anything. You know what I mean? Nowadays, it's like that American band. Oh, get my phone out. Oh, okay.
See,
Oh,
and
that's pretty good.
I don't even have Spotify.
I don't.
I don't have Spotify. I don't
Nope.
have Pandora. I do
Nope.
not stream music. And fun fact, I don't listen to music outside of content. Period.
Yeah.
I just don't have fucking time. Like I said, if I have my phone, I'm reading
Yeah.
or I'm watching Supernatural with my kid or, something like that. That's it.
See,
Or I'm
going back
working.
to the 90s, there's nothing better than going to the shop and buying a CD.
Absolutely. On
Don't do it now.
Tuesdays. They
Yeah.
released them on Tuesdays.
Yeah.
At
Ours
least
was Fridays. It was like, but it's like such an go and get it. You bought singles as well.
Oh my
But
god, did you ever buy the singles for like $11.99 and then realize there was only 3 songs on it and you thought it was the fucking album? Do you know how many times I did that?
no,
I
there
did
must be
that.
special editions.
No, they would do like any song. Think of any song that would have come out like in I'd say like around 90. I would probably be like about 12, so I'd say about 95 to 98 somewhere in there. Like Eminem was coming out, stuff like that. So you
Oh,
would
wait,
get
don't
one
look back in
song.
anger.
You would have one song and it would have like 4 versions. It would have the instrumental version, it would have the radio edit version and the original
Dance
version.
version.
Right, right. And so it would come on like a single,
Yeah.
but they would cost like the CDs would cost $11.99 or
Really?
$14.99.
Ours were
And
only
then
3 quid.
those would cost like $8.99 and you're like, "Oh, this is cheaper." And you go buy it and then you
Yeah.
get home and realize there's 3 fucking songs, the same fucking song.
3 remix songs.
Barbie Girl. Barbie Girl did that.
Barbie Girl.
I love the Aqua album. I don't give a shit what anybody has to say.
Come on, Barbie, let's go party.
Ah, ah, ah.
There you go, a duet.
Um, Hanson. Oh my god.
I don't know much about them.
That was my age though.
Right.
Bop, dop, na-
Yeah, I've reacted
Eiffel
to that.
65. Eiffel 65.
Oh,
Blue.
I'm blue.
They have a PlayStation was a good song from them. Like there's all these the other songs and stuff.
Yeah.
People don't appreciate albums anymore because they go get one song and they're done. They
Yeah.
don't listen to full albums.
No.
They don't
I
have
buy albums still. I bought Falling in Reverse's Coming Home.
Well, I haven't bought any from Falling in Reverse at this point just because I just haven't. But obviously I buy albums.
Yeah.
I mean, and I know almost every single artist here I know personally.
Yeah,
Which
yeah,
is
cool. That's brilliant.
that's a flex for me. It is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, like I say, I've talked to Tom McDonald before. He's been on some of my videos because I used to parody some of his videos before I did the reaction.
Yeah.
Like, you know, the best rapper ever. You know, the 2 Tom McDonalds.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I do that with myself.
Oh, nice.
And I did a Rocky training thing where I was training, and then when he knocks him against the wall, I knocked him through the wall, myself through the wall, big massive hole of that shape. I'm like,
That's hilarious.
you know what I mean? And I did stuff like that, and Tom's seen it.
That's
And
hilarious.
And he typed on it, "This is the best thing I've ever seen." You know what I mean? And I was like, Loves
Get
doing
down.
stuff like that. I love doing little skits and stuff, especially when it's your own content as well.
No, see, and that makes sense. It's what bothers me is when it's a trend.
Yeah.
Like people set up these trends and they act like it's an original. That's one of the things I have all of these reels that have all of these concepts where one of them is let's bring back some original fucking thought.
Yeah.
Original ideas, original concepts, original topics instead of this. Well, this person, that person, that person, that person, that person, that person not only remixed this one video, but they also use the same song. So everyone's going to use the same. Like, why do you want to be like
Yeah.
everyone else? Be
Yeah.
unique.
Yeah.
Be
Yeah.
different.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I like making the little skits. I mean,
Yeah.
I've done some for the computer channel as well. I walked into a room in Resident Evil, and it was a toilet, and there was a zombie in there. I went, oh shit, there's a zombie having a shit. Mind you, I'd be pissed off if someone coming in when I was having a shit. So then I put the elevator music on. I had me the pants around my ankles, like just me feet, and then
Yeah.
I'm sat there, and the door opens, and I go, get out! I'm having a and it shuts. You know what I mean? And you know, I like doing stupid little things like that. It's
See,
brilliant.
I am not that creative. I don't come up with concepts like that. Like to
You've not
me, that
tried. That's because you've not tried.
I only come up with stuff like that when I don't try. When I sit there, I don't design. I don't do well with color schemes. I don't do well with like graphic design. I can make it if you tell me what you want. I can't come up with the concepts
Right.
myself.
Okay. Okay.
That's just not how that's not how I function.
Okay.
Dude,
That's
seriously?
interesting.
Yeah. And like I can't come up with these ideas for things like a skit because
Mm.
to me, I have no reference points because I don't watch any. So I kind of don't know what would make sense. And a
Yeah.
lot of things that people think are funny, I don't. So
Oh, right.
it's not that people don't have great ideas. It's that I literally focus my world around things I give a shit about and I just don't fucking care. And I know that's like
Fair
really like
play.
bitchy to say, but it's the truth. I just don't
No, it's
fucking
not.
care.
It's honest.
I just feel like to me because I'm not crazy hilarious. I don't have great jokes. I don't have one-liners, zingers and stuff it's just not who I am.
Yeah.
That's not my skill set and my like what I lean into. And so I let other people do that and I push, 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 push and beg, beg, beg people to get back to even a skit that is your idea
Mm.
is a million times better than these
Over
recycled.
processed. Yeah.
Yeah, these
Same.
recycled trending bullshit.
Mm.
And you saying anything that came out of here without being written, practiced,
Oh
recorded,
yeah.
re-recorded. If you notice, mine are
Yeah.
all usually one takes.
Yeah.
Like I literally sit there, record, and I might pause it because I'm like running out of breath, or I know I need to edit and I want to cut a little bit because I'm like, you know, I
Yeah.
don't want
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
shorten in between, but that's it. Like I
Yeah.
sit there one takes and I just talk about what it is that I want to talk about
Mhm.
and then I post it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it came from here and I
Yeah.
respect that. Your humor comes from here. Mine
Yes,
doesn't.
definitely.
That's
I'm
what
always
I'm
on the I'm
saying.
always I mean, my brain and my mouth are not linked, so if I think something funny, it comes out. So if someone does something, I'll react to it straight away. "Oh, that was quick." "Oh, you dickhead, what you say that for?" Do you know what I mean? It just comes out. I say some things I shouldn't say on stream, and I'm surprised I've not been banned yet. You know what I mean?
I Austin, you just had to bring that up.
Go on.
AI chat thinks I'm rude. AI chat's an asshole. AI chat, they hate me. AI hates me.
Why?
I don't know. Okay, so I thought it'd be funny. I did this with Cliff once. We called AI and like he was yelling at us and like called us out in the streets like to fight and we're like the fuck. Anyway, it was a whole thing. So I decided the other day to on my live stream to call AI and just see what I can get him to talk about.
Yeah.
Insta attitude. Dude had a fucking attitude from minute one. And I'm like, why are you in such a mood? Yeah, you know, I give back what I get. I'm like, What the fuck did I do? I'm like, I don't know what. So I changed the character hoping that maybe it'll like kind of give me a nice person. Oh
Yeah.
no, the second one shit talked me too in a different accent. I'm like, okay. So the third one, he hated me too. I'm
Right.
like, well, you're
Okay.
ending the conversation. He's like, well, what? And then he told me that my ex was better off without me
Is it
because I
not your
was
ex?
such a piece of shit. I'm like, what the fuck did I do? And ask them, I didn't do anything. Usually I can be a bitch. I didn't have a chance. They came out the gate swinging. I was
Wow.
like, and then I said at the end, I was like, I have it recorded, but I'm probably not ever going to post it because I was like, look,
I just do it.
I did not need to sit here and try to make content that was supposed to kind of be interesting and fun. I said I spent 14 years being insulted,
And then
shit
you got
talked
insulted again.
for no reason. I said I just got like attacked for no reason and they were rude as shit. And I'm not putting up with that. Fuck that. I'm done. Like, I'm not doing that again. Cause I was like,
No.
why would I sign up?
Yeah.
Please shit talk me. No. I was so mad because I was really being genuine, like, oh, hi. And they're like, fuck you. I'm like, what? They didn't say fuck you. They're just like, wow, you're
Yeah,
kind
you
of,
may as well have done.
you're kind of a jerk, with your attitude. I'm like, what the fuck did I say? I
Maybe it's your
have the,
resting bitch face.
they couldn't see me.
Oh, could they not? Did you not
It's
say I've got
AI.
one?
This is AI.
Oh, AI can see everything.
I didn't have a camera on. It was unplugged.
That's what they think.
No, it wasn't because I was on live stream, but still.
As Tom McDonald says, your phone's a tracking device.
Well, yeah. Well, you knew this. And, don't get me started on that.
Oh, I know.
Don't get me started on that. But I do have to get off here because I have to get my kid ready for bed. Actually,
No
I need to get
worries.
ready for bed. It is
Been a
almost
good
9 o'clock
talk.
at night, and I get up at 3. So
Oh,
9.
you're getting up at my time because it's 2:45 in the morning here.
That's insane.
I have insomnia. I'm not bothered.
See, I purposely, and it's because I stayed up so much and I have such problems sleeping if I don't try. I make myself go to bed at the same time every night.
Try and
And
routine yourself.
yeah, and so I go to bed, I go into like in my bed at 9 p.m. And then I usually wake up about 1 o'clock in the morning every time like clockwork. And I usually can fall back asleep, but I pretty much wake up like 3 minutes before my alarm goes off at 3 something, at like
Yeah.
3:07 in the morning.
I'm staying in bed for that 3 minutes.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. Because if I hit snooze a bunch of times, it'll be
It'll be
like
late.
8 o'clock. And I'm like, fuck. Because it's like, I don't know. It works for me. And then I have like the calm in the mornings to get
Yeah.
stuff done. And I like it. Staying up as late as I can, to me, doesn't make as much sense as going to sleep early and then I can get up at 3 or I can sleep in till 6. I get 3 extra hours.
Yeah. Depending on how tired you are.
And everybody's like, how do you get up at 3? I'm like, it's the same as you getting up at 7. It's just shifted.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
It's no different. You know what I mean? So anyway,
I could pull an all-nighter now and then get up and go to work tomorrow.
I used to do
No
that.
problem.
I can't be in that mindset anymore.
My
That was a
brain
big
doesn't.
part. That was a big part of a 14-year addiction.
Yeah.
So
Jesus Christ.
it was I mean, we were up for days and
Yeah.
days. And
Yeah.
so I have to stay out of that mindset because I will get locked into it. I used to get up in the middle of the night and we would play Fortnite. Me and Cliff would play Fortnite
Yeah.
at like 2 in the morning. And
Yeah.
I'd have to go to work at 6. I'm like, fuck. We've been kicking ass though.
I never played Fortnite. I'm not really. I like playing games by myself, like you used to with the Genesis and the SNES years ago. I
I
used
get
to
it.
like playing games by myself. When you go online, there's too many bots, there's too many assholes, there's too many people using cheats. It's like, fuck off.
No, I get it. No, I
I
get
like
it.
Resident
I
Evil,
really
mate.
do.
I like Resident Evil. I like playing stuff like that.
I just like I can log in, I can play, and I can get off at any time. At the end of every round, and I don't lose anything. I don't miss out on anything.
Yeah,
I can put it on idle and go outside or go to bed or do whatever and come back to it later. And I play when I
yeah.
want. If I want to squat up, I can. It's whatever. And I like that. I'm a World of Warcraft type chick though.
Oh, Final Fantasy, me. I like Final Fantasy.
Final Fantasy 7 was awesome. Final
Is the best
Fantasy
Final Fantasy ever made.
Thank
on the
you.
original PlayStation.
Thank you. People are like,
Yes.
well, I'm like, no, Final Fantasy VII on the original PlayStation. I had the strategy guide. I am not ashamed.
Did you get Knights of the Round from the top right-hand corner?
I didn't the first time,
Ah,
but
it's
I
such a good
did.
power-up.
But now get this. So my brother, who's 18 months older than me, I had 2 discs. Did I have
Yeah.
2 or 3? Whatever.
4
So
discs. Oh, 3 discs. 3 discs. This Final
yeah.
Fantasy.
So what he did was I got to the second disc. There was only 1 disc left. I used the strategy guide. I don't care. I worked my ass off and I played and I did all these things and
Eating
hours and
chocobo
hours.
eggs.
He took my account, saved it on a second slot, and finished the fucking game.
He beat
He
Sephiroth
didn't
in front of you.
he didn't do anything up to the last disc, but then he went and blew through the rest of the whole game. I was like, "You son of a bitch."
How
That
long did you?
that's one
How
that's
long did
and
you?
he
Go on.
That's one of those games that pisses you off because if you get to the end and you don't have that, you fucked up back then
It's
and you
hard.
saved over it, you're
Yeah,
fucked.
it's hard.
I don't care what you put together, you're fucked.
How long did you spend in the Golden Mile when you found the arcade games?
Oh my
Playing Gallagher, not Gallagher, Gradius and the snowboarding level and all that. You're like a couple of hours in there just playing shit little
The
in-game games.
chocobos, my brother
Chocobo racing.
he went crazy, like, trying to breed them, do all these things, and I was
Like
like,
the green ones and the red ones and stuff.
oh, it was a lot.
So it's the best game ever, then the Final Fantasy series.
I
When
would
when
still
you
play
first
it.
saw an animation of the Aeons that you got, the
Yes.
Guardian and the Bahamut and they were just like, "Blah!
They
How
were
good does this
so
look?"
awesome. They were so awesome. Final
Look shit
Fantasy
now.
1 was amazing. The
No,
fire caves,
yeah,
you
yeah,
fight,
yeah,
you'd farm gold
turn-based.
there. Yeah, you'd farm gold there because
Yeah.
everywhere you'd step, you'd get a fire ogre, and they had the best loot
Was
and
that
the
on the
most gold.
Nintendo? The first NES?
Yeah.
I think it was the
Wait.
first NES, that wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Final Fantasy
Hell,
1, skip the rest. 7, skip the
7.
rest. 7, hands down. I would still play it. It was great. I
I'm
hated the
play I
stuffed
played the
animal looking
remake as
guy,
well.
though.
The remake's pretty decent. It's
Is
not as
it?
good as the original song. But it's not the same game. It's in the same place. You still got the sections of the place, but
Yeah.
and the trains and all that. But you've just not got the Guardians. You do get Efreet, but he's on a timer. You can't just summon him with your when you put your crystals in your sword and stuff.
Yeah.
You have to fight for a bit and get your bar charged. Then you get him for a time limit, and he attacks when he wants. It's not like you say select him and get the fucking energy off the guy.
Yeah, the
It's like he just
strategy behind how you fight, what you select, in what order
yeah,
that determines the fight is everything.
yeah,
Is everything, because you could have, like, 3 of your characters ready to go at the same
yeah,
time, and you had to pick which one you're doing next for your next turn, and then they
yes,
hit you. If
yeah,
you pick wrong because you knew that they're about to hit, and so then you had to get everybody buffed because
mm,
you were about to run out, so your next selection was gonna be a buff, and they wipe your ass out, and you're like,
yeah.
"Motherfucker!"
Always have a character with auto regen. That's all
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna say.
Oh, yeah. No, and the combinations and stuff, I wasn't the best at it, but that's where my love for, like, World of Warcraft came from, building the
Right.
character and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I loved it, just the exploration, I love going through the quests. I didn't
Yeah.
care as much about the PvP, that's not a big thing to me. I
No, I
enjoyed
don't like PvP really.
I didn't like grinding as much as I just liked doing all of the quests and going and getting this and doing that. Anyway, it was a lot of fun, but yeah, I am so thrilled that you loved Final Fantasy
Final
7
Fantasy
because
7 is the
that
best. I've
will
still got a copy of
always
that.
that is my favorite game, and, it went from, like, Faxanadu to, like, Final Fantasy,
Yeah,
and then
Final
Final
Fantasy
Fa
7, amazing.
yeah, and so we are we are
On the same page.
we're family now
Yeah.
because not many people say that. Most people are like, "Oh, Final Fantasy 11." I'm like, "Mm-mm,
No, no,
mm-mm."
Final Fantasy 7 was the best. Final Fantasy 8 was pretty good. It went a bit weird after that, and then they brought out the 13 on the PlayStation 3. There was Lightning Returns and all, then that 3. That was a decent, set of games, but nothing like 7.
8,
7 was
wasn't
the
that the
best.
one with all the cards where they were at the school?
Yeah.
I
Oh
hate
no,
that.
that is that not 0?
No, that was 8 because it was either 8 or 10. I'm
Yeah,
telling you, it was
8. Yeah,
'cause
yeah,
10
8.
was the movie one, and I was like, "The
Yeah,
fuck?" 8 with the cards, I'm
yeah.
like, "This is I don't need all this shit." Like, I don't care, go me back to 7. I played
11
for
with all the
el
dresses.
I never played 11. I
Oh,
played 10, but it was, like, supposed to be, like, almost like a movie, and I'm like, "I don't need all of this playthrough."
no. Give me the
Like,
game.
I
Give me the game.
watched an episode every time they would change, and I'm like,
I know. I
"Are you
know.
done yet? Where's
Yeah.
the skip button?" You know?
Keep it like 7.
Yes, 7 was amazing. You could go back through that whole campaign from start to finish. You could go a whole different route, depending on who you picked and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it was absolutely epic. It was great. I would choose that was my favorite game of my entire
Mm.
childhood.
I've got a character, he's boxed away there. I've got the play arts characters. I've got a cloud with all the different big swords that he uses and everything. They've got a play arts character.
Really? That's
Yeah,
cool.
I fucking love it. Final Fantasy 7 is the best game.
No, absolutely. I agree with you.
100%.
I'm so glad I found somebody else that agrees with me because that's no, I'm serious. Like that game defined when
Final
someone
Fantasy.
loves that game, doesn't it make you see them differently?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
kind of are like, I get you now. I
Yeah.
see you.
Yeah.
Because people, what games they play kind of determines who they are as a
Yeah.
person.
I love
I
horror
think.
games, like obviously because I like horror stuff, and like Resident Evil is my favorite survival horror series. But I also like Alien Isolation because I love aliens. I've got aliens tattooed on my arm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's my favorite sci-fi franchise. I've got, like I say, I've got everything signed from the cast and everything. Everything around here is alien orientated. Also love Marvel.
Yeah.
So it's just one of them.
Oh, that's awesome. I
Yeah.
mean, anyway, I'm gonna get off here because
Yes,
I have to go to bed. I can't thank you enough for doing
and you as
this.
well. Yeah, yeah.
I'm
It's
so
been a
glad we
pleasure.
finally made it happen. We were both like,
I
whoops, we
know.
forgot.
Well, I got a new phone and Instagram wasn't on it, and I forgot the fucking sent messages. Oh, but I
Oops.
put Instagram but on this phone. Shit! Look all these messages.
And then we were just like, okay.
Okay, we'll do it. Where's he gone?
I was like, oh yeah. You're like, oh my god, I did. I was like, oh yeah.
I love a
I
good
forgot.
podcast, me. I'll talk to anybody. Me, I'm a
I'm the same
person who's
way.
go.
I've had
Talk.
one person invite me on a podcast. That was Ray.
Ray.
Ray Vibes.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah.
Is he good?
He invited me on a podcast.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I love it. I'll talk to anybody. I
I'm the
love
same
it.
way. I love talking to people. And
Yeah,
if you give me a platform to talk, man, I'm gonna
we're
take it.
gonna
I talk
fucking talk.
I talk a lot.
And if you can, write it down on a piece of paper and put it up. You know what I mean?
Damn
Didn't see the
right.
chat at the bottom when it showed it when it, yeah.
But
Yeah, there's that penis
Dick
nose.
telling me that I need to send this to you on Instagram. I will send this to you tonight or tomorrow.
I'll put it on my profile picture for a laugh. Big dick nose.
Yeah, what you need to do is you need to like screenshot it, and then like cut like so it
Yeah,
looks proper, and then you need to backlight it so that it has like some 3D effect to it because they're really 2D images.
I can
Once
do
you see the
that,
video, and then do all that.
and then I'll tag you in the reaction that I do to the song.
Please do. I will share it. Don't think I won't. Be like, what? Look what I got him to do.
Yeah, listen, I'm a puppet. Me, I'll do it.
Well, I appreciate you. And thank you
And
guys,
you.
everybody who has been hanging out and anyone who hangs out in the
Yes.
future yous. Thank you. Past yous, thank you as well. Everybody on your platform from your community, everybody from mine.
Subscribe to Kat.
Yes. I need
I'll
my
give you a
watch
shout
hours.
out as well on the post and tag your channel in it.
No, I completely appreciate it. And here's the thing. Encouraging people, if you see this later, then you sat through and you gave me my watch time. So thank you for helping me on my journey to 4,000 watch
Absolutely.
hours. Because if you let it play through, or if you're still watching at 3 hours and 3 minutes, I love you, because all I need is for like 100 of you to do that, and then I'm golden, right?
I could probably watch it on 5 accounts for you back when you upload it. Get your watch time up.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I'll make it.
You will.
I'll make it. So I appreciate you guys. I'm gonna get out of
Me
here.
too.
Thank you again, Lee.
And thank you,
Have an
Kat.
amazing day.
Well, it's nighttime. I'm going to bed.
Oh, have an amazing bed. I'm going to bed too. So
Yes.
yes.
Well,
Bedtime.
I'm going to bed at 3 o'clock in the morning, and in a parallel universe, you're getting up at the time I'm going to bed.
Basically, yeah.
I'm going to go play some Final Fantasy. Fuck it.
Fuck, man, I really want to play now.
I've got it. I've got
Sincerely,
it.
I don't.
I've got
I
the
need
disc.
I need an emulator.
Well, there's plenty knocking around.
Yeah, well, I'll add it to my to-do list. Stream Elements, Logitech G Hub,
Yes, and then go on video to have a look at it.
FF7.
Final Fantasy 7, yes.
It's FFVII.
Yes, it is.
If anybody didn't know that, say it right. Anyway,
There's 2 editions.
we are out of here. Thank you for being here. You guys,
Thank
you
you,
have a
Kat.
great night. Take care. We're leaving. Goodbye. Hitting the button now.
Yeah. See you later.
I hit the wrong button.